You guys all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
What would you like?
Okay, I'll start off. I'm gonna do the order of the mozzarella sticks and then the all-you-can-eat pancakes off of the $4 menu.
Mikey?
Just give it a second.
I'll get the grand sandwich.
With the hash browns?
Can I do French fries?
Regular or seasoned?
Seasoned.
I'll have the build your own sampler, but only with two. The chicken strips and mozzarella cheese sticks.
With ranch?
Yes.
Can I get the $6 sandwich, the egg sandwich?
The loaded?
Yeah, the lotus sandwich.
How would you like your eggs?
Over hard.
Over hard.
Yeah, you never heard of those?
But no, I've heard of over easy.
Can I get 2 of the everyday value slams?
How would you like your eggs?
Scramble them both. And both. One with bacon, one with sausage.
I'll just get a lumberjack slam, please.
How would you like your eggs?
Scramble, please.
White, wheat, sourdough?
Wheat, please.
Perfect.
Oh, and if possible. Actually, no, never mind. It's fine.
Yeah.
I was going to say no butter on the pancakes, but it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
She's gonna put butter on the pancakes now.
Thank you. Can I get another cup of coffee?
Definitely, and I'll bring another Dr. Pepper and
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh. Hey guys, what's up?
Need me to do it?
No, I just forgot what it was. Hey, just pull it up. This is quick. Alright. Hey guys, this is Table for Six. We're 6 college guys who go to IHOP or Denny's. Right now we are at the International...
No, we're at Denny's today.
We're at Denny's today. Oh man, it's so obvious I'm reading a script.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
Continue.
we're at Denny's today. We're
I knew that was gonna happen.
The IHOP,
The moment you looked at the script, I was like, he's gonna say IHOP, isn't he?
the IHOP we normally go to was
very busy.
it was normally it's dead, but it was super packed today. So
We're set.
Yeah.
Okay, we should
So
probably
anyways,
introduce ourselves.
yeah, all right. No, yeah, you know, we're a bunch of college students. You know,
Stop reading the script.
all right.
You already ruined it.
All right, fine. Yeah,
Immersion's
let's-
ruined,
Okay,
dude.
cool. We'll just introduce ourselves. My name's Peter. I'm a college student, as I said. I like Nintendo games a lot. I play Hearthstone, competitive Smash 4. And Alex.
Oh, me? Okay. I'm Alex. I play Sonic games, but I'm not that weird.
That's a lot.
Yeah, pretty much. No.
Alright,
Listen, have you seen any other Sonic fan? Oh wait, no, I'm
talking,
probably
dude.
the only Sonic fan you've seen. So
I'm talking.
yeah.
Alright, I'm Mikey. I'm the funny guy. I play Metroid games. I speedrun Metroid Prime. I'm very bad at it.
Yo, I heard Other M's a pretty good game.
It is though.
All right, come on.
Alright, Israel.
Alright.
My name is Israel. I play a lot of games, but I'm bad at all of them.
I'm John. I'm the sound guy for the group. I'm a pretty big Half-Life fan. And introducing Brandon.
Alright, yeah, I'm Brandon. I play a lot of card games that I really shouldn't because it drains my bank account like no tomorrow.
Man, this is like one deprecating introduction.
Good lord.
Dude, shut up, man. Just go with it.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Hey, look, here's our drinks. I love me a good refreshment, dude. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyways, let's get to some
How you
topics.
guys doing? How you doing, Peter?
Stop.
Did you get a root beer?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad
you.
glad we got this going.
Coffee?
Yes, please.
How's your root beer?
It's very carbonated. I like that
Okay.
myself.
I thought. So you guys did get
Dude.
swap drinks?
Anything interesting
No, we
happened
didn't
today?
swap drinks. However, there's
I
more
can
vanilla
ask
in this
now.
one than there was in
Oh,
the
yeah.
last one.
Because we totally weren't recording last time, guys.
Wait, you were recording, right?
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah, it's been recording.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
I cut that out.
No, that was just a test run.
All right,
we,
all right, come on,
we
come on.
can't order twice.
Did
dude.
anything happen while I was in chem today?
Let's see. What time were you? I might have left. I left at
From like
2.
1:30 to like 5.
We're just
We-
hanging out
we
outside
left
the
the
classroom.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were outside of the queue room.
We started
for a
playing
while.
I put in Bomberman. We were playing some of that, and then I had to leave.
And
So, I
we're all
would've been-
huddled around like the very back corner, and What's your two girls' names?
I know one's name is
Erica.
Erica.
It's Erica and Grace.
Oh, Erica and Grace. So they about to walk into the
Oh,
queue
yeah,
room,
that.
and then they looked at us, and then they looked back at the door, and then looked at us again, and we're like, "Come here, come here." And then
No
they
one
ended-
deserves to be in the
Yeah, I don't know.
With the people who are in there
No,
already.
not definitely not. And like we just like talked to them a little.
Yeah, and then okay, we would have to explain all of that if we're going to explain this. Long story short, we were supposed to have a room at our college. The room was not ready yet.
Yeah.
We're
We're off by, like, an
part of a
hour.
club that focuses.
It's mismanaged at times.
It's a rather mismanaged club, but it focuses on Super
Smash
Smash
Brothers?
Brothers for the Wii U.
No, we want to expand it, so just
It's going to
played
expand,
Melee
but
today.
Melee, yeah.
in its current state, it's
We
focused
love
on Smash
64.
4. But
We love all the Smash games.
64.
You know,
Dude, 64 is broken.
64, Brawl Infinite, Project M,
Okay.
Brawlhalla.
Crash 4.
Okay, hold on.
Brawlhalla, that's a good game.
No, it's not a good game.
It really
I've
isn't.
played it. I have like a lot of hours in it. I don't like it.
I'm gonna check right now.
Wait, how many hours do you have in Brawlhalla?
Like 50, I think.
Why?
50 hours,
Hey, just don't check my time played for League of Legends.
3,000.
Don't check my TF2.
Can you
hours.
actually check that?
All right.
Oh my
I'll
god.
check my
dude.
CS:GO hours. Alright.
Oh, do you play
We were talking
Rivals?
No.
It's coming to Switch.
You have to pay for that.
It's on my laptop.
Look,
through,
yeah, it's
a
on his laptop, so
Through a
you can just
loophole.
play it whenever you need to, offline though.
But Peter, Rivals is coming to Switch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hopefully, well, is
They
it-
announced it, but I'm not sure when's
Is it
release
actually legit?
date. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, I'll be so down to play. But then we have like
I'll
so
learn
many
to play
fighting
it.
games on the
I'll learn
Switch
to
now.
play it.
Oh god, we would have so many people just Okay, we need to get every fighting game for Switch. We need to get like Blade Strangers, SNK Heroines, Rivals of Aether.
Brawl out.
Brawl.
We need to get what is that, Icons or whatever it's called?
I'd actually play that. That'd be the one I'd play.
Maybe we should like say real quick like what we usually talk about. Like,
Okay.
give us just a real introduction real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about video games.
All we all said was we all like a different type of game, and
So,
Israel's bad at them.
We're our name for the podcast is Table for Six, and our main goal is like just have a good time. Like usually we'll try to have there'll always be 6 people at the table.
Worthwhile
or else it won't
discussions.
happen. Yeah, worthwhile discussions, of course, but our main goal is to just tell stories and have a good time. This week's episode is called Hello Goodbye because we're saying goodbye to our good friend Brandon here, who's moving away.
Sad
We really like him. I recently got to know him pretty well. It's pretty sad to see him go. But,
Yeah, finally a sane person just leaving.
I know.
Just out of our lives.
One of the few people left in the club.
Like, who can I play Yu-Gi-Oh with now?
Mikey?
JJ.
Oh gosh.
Hey, no. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh with JJ is a great time because you get to tell him that's not how his card works, and you get to beat him.
Oh yeah. Actually, I can just body him. And
get to let him not
I'll
play the
actually
game.
feel good about it.
They put so much more vanilla in this one than they did the last one.
Vanilla.
maybe
It's
they
vanilla
forgot
Coke.
the last one.
Is it vanilla Coke that you ordered?
Oh yeah.
No,
so,
they put vanilla
There we go.
shots in
So
your
I
sodas.
got the time wasted. Anyone want to take a rough guess?
3,000 hours.
12,000,
300,
1,200.
3 months.
500. I up
You're
mine to
actually
500.
pretty close.
3
That's 'cause
months.
that's how much time I have.
3 months straight.
3.5.
No. He's pretty close.
How do you check?
2.5.
92 days
Wait, how do you check?
total.
92 days
Websites.
total.
Like what website?
So that's 92 times 24.
Literally just wasted on LOL.
Oh yeah, that's it.
WOL.GG.
That less than 3,000 then.
2,204 hours. 92 days.
Man, I want a third one.
A third what?
Milkshake.
Okay.
That's your second one?
Is that what you're gonna eat today?
It's not, but
No, he's already thinking that far ahead.
I don't blame you. Milkshakes are pretty good even though I'm lactose intolerant.
Dude, just take a lactate.
Yeah, almond milk.
No, don't you know what lactates are? They're things that lactose intolerant people take so they can drink milk.
that's perverse.
No, it's almond. Don't you remember that day Josh brought almond milk and we're like, hey, and I'm the only one who drank out of it.
Listen, I work in a refrigerator.
You poured it
I know
in
this
an
stuff.
unwashed Gatorade bottle.
Oh god.
I didn't have a cup, all right.
They have
It's
cups
being
in the cafeteria.
resourceful.
You could have washed out the bottle. though. You could have.
It all goes inside the same stomach. Okay.
You could have drank the rest of it first.
Yeah, Brandon, I have 29 days.
29 days.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What?
All right, multiply that by 4.
92.
Dude, Mike, you're so
Yeah,
good
what
at
level
math.
of math you got in?
3.
Damn, dude. Nice. I just realized that's actually correct.
You know, it was so
Look at the
like
last time I played this game.
yeah, I just like
Nice.
you know,
That
it's
means
so
you played
unfitting
fairly
of like
recently.
Josh's character just like hand me almond milk. You know what I mean?
Wasn't it chocolate
Well,
almond milk?
It's chocolate almond
like
milk.
you gotta think about it too. Like it's not just the fact that it was Josh and you didn't expect it. Who expects to be handed?
No,
a carton of
I'll
almond
expect
milk.
that from someone like random, like. But it's Josh. Josh is like the most.
Josh is down to earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh is down to earth, and he's the most like mature person there.
I
And
know.
then he just pulls out like a carton of silk chocolate almond milk, and he's like, Peter, if you give this chocolate milk to anyone else, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I'm like,
But you gave it to Israel immediately.
Yeah.
no. He said no. He said if you leave it lying around, I'm gonna beat your
Would,
ass. I'll give it
would
to
we
someone
like
else.
to explain like who Josh is and then like
Yeah, we
explain
basically-
He's
the
just
whole
the
thing?
one guy. We made it so Melee was possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's
we
popular.
basically already explained who he is. He's just a chill, down to earth guy who's pretty mature, except for his smash tags.
Oh yeah, his
He
tags
has-
are something else.
Yeah, he
Just
has
like
very
the
obscene
person we want
names.
to be in when we play Melee.
Yeah.
Person I want to be when I
Just for reference,
When you grow up.
we're in a public place. We can't say his tags right now.
We also
Not
can't-
because it'll reveal personal information. We just can't say them.
we want to be monetized on YouTube, isn't that right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to like.
And
Definitely.
just for future reference, Josh is the one that we are voting in next semester to be president of our club. For
Spoilers?
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert,
It's
I'm
not-
sorry.
It's not in the script yet.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, someone check the script.
It's not.
That's not, he's going off the script.
Oh no, Mikey.
Oh, damn, let me
click on
check the script.
All right.
Where's the
Yeah, as if any of
looks
us would
like
put that
you're-
much effort into a script.
let me
Did we
see
lose
here. It
control of the
says,
simulation already?
let's do introductions. We're here at IHOP. So what's
This is-
next?
this is
So
my-
what's
Wait, what?
first?
No, you screwed up. It's not IHOP.
No,
it's
you
Denny's.
can close this. This
Oh
has
my
nothing
God,
on it that
yeah.
we're gonna use.
Oh my god, guys.
I love this.
I'm just reading from the script, dude.
So should we tell stories?
We're
Or-
at Denny's.
We're basically already doing
we-
it. we just gotta treat it like normal.
Should we tell them about Daniel?
Oh God, Daniel. All right.
Daniel?
Wait, who's,
Yeah, Daniel.
who's Daniel?
Oh yeah, Daniel.
All right,
Okay.
so,
All right,
no,
tell the story.
I'm
Tell the
gonna
story.
Tell it. So, when who was it?
Me.
Us four.
Yeah.
Alex, John, Brandon, and I were leaving from Chili's. Alex and I were driving in a separate car, and we
They
get
were literally right
Did you
behind
take my
us.
drink?
and we got rear-ended at like half a
Did
mile
you take
per.
my water?
Come on, guys.
No, I don't
Sorry.
At like
Israel, this is twice now. Come on.
we got rear-ended at like half a mile per hour in a parking lot.
Like
Just
we're
get a new
parked.
straw.
The
No,
guy
it's
behind
fine.
us, we're not parked, but we're not moving. The guy behind us isn't moving. We were waiting to turn, and then we just get hit from like a standalone. Oh, food.
That one's mine. That one's mine.
Is yours?
That was fast already.
Because mine
We
has
have
6.
the first order of the evening here.
All right, shut up. That's just creepy.
ASMR.
No, we're
Dude,
not.
eating. We're not gonna eat on mine.
Even though this is like the exact mic for it, no. Can you hear the story? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we got rear-ended at like half a mile per hour while we were parked.
But we just freaked out because we had no clue what to do.
Wait, who was driving?
I was.
Alex has never been hit by a car before.
Actually, I have twice when I'm riding a bike, but that's a completely
While we were
different
in
story.
a car. So we had to drive like over a bridge to a parking lot in the
It was
mall.
awkward.
And when we go out to talk to him, Alex sees that he has our local community college's parking pass sticker, and Alex comes up with the bright idea to try to make conversation about it.
Oh no.
And I said, "Oh, you're a student at our school," and he's like, "Yeah." It's like, yeah, we go to that school too." And that's pretty much all that happens. And then we decided to, exchange contact information because that's what you do when someone hits your car. Nothing was wrong with the car, so we just got back in the car and decided to drive away. And then I realized something. His name was Daniel, and so Mikey likes to tell this part.
The first thing Alex says is, "Damn, Daniel!" As soon as we get in the car, he just busts the guy.
God. Did they at least tell him about the club?
No, no.
My God.
We didn't say anything to him. This
Oh yes, this man just rear-ended us. Let's tell him about our wonderful
Have you
club.
heard of our Lord and Savior, the club?
The club? Dude, just bring him over so you can just pummel him in the game.
No.
Daniel.
damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel. Oh my god, guys.
Damn, Daniel, why are you not good at this children's fighting game?
The children's fighting game.
Children's party game.
But
Yes.
was he driving a white van?
No,
He's not
I
true.
think it was
Damn.
a Mazda.
it was blue.
It was Mazda?
It was a blue Mazda.
That sounds pretty, how would I say?
Expensive.
No, not expensive. It seems like he'll be driving that car.
Because his name was Daniel.
No, not because of Daniel. It just Mazda interview. It sounds more convincing than like a
it's been
soccer
accurate.
mom.
How is
Well,
it
maybe
realistic?
actually no. What am I saying?
They're pretty good, nice and cheesy.
How much were they? Were they on the discount menu?
No,
Oh,
The
that's
discount
fine.
menu.
Is that marinara sauce?
I think so. I'm
Did
afraid to check.
Did you actually try it?
It doesn't look colored.
It
correctly.
doesn't look
Here,
like
just
no.
give me some.
It looks
No.
like it looks like tomato sauce, but not really.
Yeah, it looks like pasta
Ketchup.
sauce.
Why
but
do
looks
that
like
when I
tomato
can just do
paste.
some? Why
does.
try some random red sauce when I could just eat some cheese sticks?
That's pretty good logic.
Who would win?
They're pretty good.
Red boy or cheesy boy?
It's the battle of the century.
Cheesy boy every day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go cheesy
Uh,
boy in this one.
It's not really a battle of the century. It's more like Floyd versus
Here
Mayweather.
comes the rest
No,
of the food too.
they're coming with our food.
Oh, incoming.
Okay. Lumberjack.
Lumberjack all the way over.
Everyday value stand. More.
Peter, you should just push it
Nice
all
job,
into one
Peter.
plate.
That'd be smart.
Yeah, it would be. That's why I thought of it.
Thank you.
Hey,
Oh,
look, she
no
didn't-
butter. Thank
no
you
butter.
so much.
You're welcome. I put
It's
it
on
on
Oh, look at
the
that. She put it on
All
the
you can
side.
eat.
All you can eat. Thank you.
This one's yours.
We can move some cups in a
This
second
one's
here.
yours.
Here, I'll take that for you real quick.
Alright.
Here, what you
Peter,
do?
just put everything on a
I
plate.
know.
Move some of the cups right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
I
I
guess
think that
no.
might
I
actually
think
be the
the
best
real
deal
part
we've
is we
done.
need Peter to
Four
condense
pancakes.
some plates here real quick.
That's
Yeah.
a ton of eggs.
4 pancakes, 2 eggs, up
No,
to 4.
no. 4 pancakes, 4 eggs, 2 bacon strips, 2 sausage for $8.
And
Sauce
4
egg.
pancakes.
That
You said,
was the.
you said?
Yep.
What's the first thing you said?
Okay, listen. I don't listen.
You help there, dude.
Nice guy.
We know.
You guys might want to start making room for your food.
I got room.
I already
Sandwich
made.
season fries.
Thank you.
Sniffer.
Just pick them. Just scooch them off, Peter.
You can use your fingers. It's your food. I grab your plate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What else can we do for you?
Can I get a side of ranch, please?
More water, please.
Alright.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
We
We
can
can
just
just leave
So
those
nice
down
looking
at
out
the
for
end.
Peter by getting more water.
They're
Yeah.
fine right
Can you
there.
pass me the ketchup, please?
Oh, we gotta ask for syrup.
Oh, yeah, that's not IHOP.
I'm surprised you don't keep the syrup there.
It's not IHOP.
Yeah.
No, but I assumed every breakfast restaurant does that.
No.
They're not a breakfast restaurant. They're all day. They're 24 hours, Mikey.
So is IHOP, dude.
No, they aren't.
No,
You know, like chewing on the mic.
Not really.
Pretty cool.
So Brandon, you want to tell us like a little bit about your escapades with Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh boy. The escapades of money wasting 101.
It's just a class.
it's mostly gambling.
Yeah, pretty much. Packs are about $5 depending on what you get. A little bit cheaper than that.
Like
Yeah,
$3 if you know where to look for them.
Yeah, you have the chance of either losing the money you just wasted or earning 75 from it. You never know.
So
There's a couple of cards that I have. I could sell about 4 or 5 of them and make an easy $250,
Of course.
you.
which is completely ridiculous.
No, I'm good for right now, thank you. So once you move to Arizona, you're probably going to continue playing Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the regionals for Yu-Gi-Oh in Arizona are happening this weekend rather than next, because due to me moving there next Wednesday, if it had happened that weekend, I definitely would have gone, because it's just right there in the middle of Phoenix. We're on the outskirts. I could talk to some of the guys around there, ask where the local shops are, but it's not gonna happen.
You're gonna have to wing it. I hope you body everyone when you go to locals over there.
I just hope it's not just a ton of meta decks,
Oh, it's not competitive, yeah.
ton of not helmet.
Helmet two,
if,
helmet two Dracos.
Just for reference, a helmet deck is a deck that is considered top tier that literally anybody can use and be good at the game.
You just play the same combos over and over again, and you win. Because it's such a strong, unfair deck.
Yeah, you
no-
obviously want like a very diverse meta when you're playing a card game.
Yeah, of course. That's why I appreciate the locals we have over here at our local store Level Up, because everybody just brings some random thing that you don't know what's going to happen next. Like,
Yeah, that's how it was.
Are you still gonna play Magic once you leave?
I'm not gonna get any more cards for it. I'm gonna keep the old commander deck, or as everybody else in the community calls it, the 99 card bullshit.
Yeah, that's a good deck.
Yeah. So if they have Commander at your next
Oh.
game store, you're probably gonna start.
I've looked into a couple of the stores over there. Most of them are Magic based, so it's gonna be pretty easy for that. And when in doubt, I can always just go online.
Yeah, just go online on the website.
Oh, go online, like play an online game, Hearthstone.
Play on the game.
Oh, yeah, why would
I'm
you-
into that too.
Yeah, why don't you play that? And
Let's
you
just
can
go
play
down a
Hearthstone.
list of decks I have for games. I have multiple Yu-Gi-Oh decks. I have a Commander deck for Magic the Gathering. I have a Dragon Ball Super deck. I have a Pokemon the Trading Card Game deck for friendlies. I play Hearthstone online. And then I have, I think that's actually it. And then I just have a random just regular playing card collection at home. That's way too much.
I actually didn't know that.
Actually,
Yeah,
Got Slay the Spire.
I never say that one.
Got Slay the Spire.
That's not the same thing.
It's a card game though.
I also have a Force of Will deck, so
Well, that's you.
yeah, I play a lot of games too. But I just spend money and nothing, like, I just lose so much money.
That's why I don't
That's
play
anybody
card
who
games.
plays a card game.
Yeah.
The only card game I play is Hearthstone.
How much money have you put into Hearthstone?
That's not.
100 out of like 4 years.
That's not bad.
That's
And
actually
half of that was done like this year.
yeah. That's actually like really solid for 4 years. Just only $100 in cards.
Hey, do you get lucky, or is it just because
Oh, he
you
got
know how-
super lucky.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The recent expansion was the first time I've ever been lucky opening packs. Okay,
Yeah.
I never get lucky.
So just for reference, both Peter and I pre-ordered the newest expansion in Hearthstone called Witchwood. Came out with a ton of new cards, and so when you pre-ordered it, you got a grand total of 77 packs because they just gave you some for free for logging in. Then you pre-ordered 70 of them. So both him and I opened them at the exact same time. I pull 3 legendaries
I pull 9.
out of 77 packs. How many did
Oh
you
my
pull,
God.
I
Peter?
pulled 9.
9 legendaries.
Man, it's so weird when you and your friend enter a raffle
That
at the
is
same exact
literally-
time, but you win so much more stuff than the other person.
6 more.
Oh, that's a good story to tell.
Here's
we?
the thing, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, after,
Sure,
after Brandon.
Oh, yeah,
Here's
you're
the
not
thing.
done. Sorry.
2 weeks later, I decided to buy 15 packs of that same expansion. I pull 6 legendaries out of that. 2 of which are in the same exact pack.
Oh my gosh.
You don't know
That's
how
pretty
mad
cool.
that made me.
I wonder how Smash 5 is gonna be like once I get that all set and ready.
Oh, I know
You know what? It's gonna be the exact same.
Oh, I know is that, I'm going to be the best at that one, too.
Okay, listen here, Peter.
Are you gonna
That's
be
true.
Inkling main?
No, people
I'll
who...
fight you day one,
Day one.
but only
I'll
day
still
one.
win.
Isn't Banco?
Bandai Namco.
Yeah, not Bandai Namco.
Band-Aid, Namco.
Band-Aid Namco.
Yeah, dude. They're making, or they're helping make it.
They're helping
Well, yeah,
you.
they did for the last one, but I think they're gonna have more stuff this time because Sakurai's like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, they there was a developer today who said like he worked on the rendering or he
The
worked on
graphics
some
engine.
Yeah, he worked on the graphics engine, and then
He just left.
does somebody have like the tweet?
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. It got deleted off Twitter though.
Oh damn.
Well, basically it was like
screenshots of it, though,
a Namco employee actually like said that he had worked on something for Smash 5, so that just kind of confirmed their involvement.
At least he said it wasn't a port, right? Or did he say it was a port?
Did he say it was a port?
There's not going to be a port.
It absolutely won't. One theory that I heard, I was watching some stuff this morning, and one of the theories I heard is that like it may have started out as a port, but then they just kind of expanded it into a brand new game.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, like, how many other fighting games start as a port? Like, how many Street Fighter 2s are there? How many Street Fighter, like, there's a couple Street Fighter 3s, aren't there?
Yeah, there's Alpha 3 and there's Third Strike. Third Strike is the most recent version of Street Fighter 3.
Then look at Guilty Gear. There's Guilty Gear like Sign, there's Xrd Sign, Xrd Revelator, and Xrd Revelator 2. All different games you have to buy separately.
Wait, what about King of Fighters? They have one every year.
At least those are like new games.
Yeah.
Like, even though King of Fighters 14 doesn't look that good, King of Fighters 13 has like some of the best sprites I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, you've never seen 13?
No, I don't play King of Fighters.
I don't play it either, but 13 looks amazing.
Are you guys gonna eat your pancakes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why, do you want them since you didn't get yours from IHOP last Thursday?
No, I gave them
Put them on your
to.
plate.
I know, you didn't get them then.
No,
Yeah, no, I'm just. I was expecting to get more food, but I guess that's what I pay for, right? For $6.
Yeah.
You know, funny enough, CS:GO actually started off as like
Yeah.
it started off as like a port of CSS for consoles, and then it just evolved
Really?
into a new game. Yeah.
What, Counter-Strike Strike?
No,
Counter-Strike
Swords.
Strike. Yes, Peter.
That's my favorite one. Nah,
I mean,
Swords.
didn't all like of those games start off as Half-Life pretty much?
Yeah.
Well, 1.6.
It
Or
does
not 1.6, but like the original Counter-Strike on the Gold Source engine started off as a mod,
Yeah.
and then eventually,
Just like every other Valve game.
yeah, Valve just
Just like every other
Valve bought
game,
it and
right?
hired the people that developed it, and it became a retail game.
And now Valve makes no games.
No, they update Dota, their favorite child.
And they made a card game, I'm sorry.
It hasn't come out yet.
I
might
I'm
jump
still,
on that.
I'm still wholly under the belief that people are saying like Half-Life 3 is not going to happen. I think it'll happen.
Counting what, 2004?
They
2
just make
came
it
out in
si-
4. 2
They're,
came
they're
out in
just
4.
gonna add more stories to it.
No, they dropped the episodic model. Like they're not going to do. It's not going to be episode 3. It's just going to be a third Half-Life.
You really think there's going to be a third one?
I think that because they're not going to release it on Source because the engine is about 14 years old now.
I'm waiting for Source 2 for Go.
That's what they're probably going to release it on.
I don't think they're going to make another Half-Life.
Yeah,
I-
I've got to
yeah.
agree with Peter on this one.
I'm gonna.
Well, yeah,
twice
didn't they
that.
release the script for Half-Life 3 or something like that?
Mark Laidlaw released the script, but he couldn't just drop like the entire script. Like he had to change things around. He had to like change a bunch of words, rename characters, gender bend people, just so he wouldn't get like legal issues.
But it's still out there.
I don't even think that was like the actual script. I'm pretty sure that was just like how it would have been, or how it could have been.
All right, we're not like a Half-Life conspiracy podcast.
It's like Valve.
Gabe Newell is hiding all of the crowbars. Just
I don't
Really,
understand
I
that reference.
got one in my garage at home.
have you not played Half-Life?
No.
No, I haven't.
Who here has played Half-Life?
I played.
I watched a speedrun of it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys,
no.
I
you
watched
guys
the-
have watched the speedrun,
I watched the
but have you?
speedrun for 1, and I played like a couple hours of 2.
You know, for half a second I thought you guys were gonna raise your hands and not say anything.
You guys would.
Yeah, we would.
That's why.
I want that down.
So, I guess moving along, since we've talked about Half-Life enough.
Metroid.
Metroid.
Other
Obligatory
Fancy
Metroid.
meeting you here, princess.
Okay, no, seriously though, what,
No.
what don't you like about them?
Other end, it character assassinated Samus.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Before it was like the mysterious silent protagonist. Like
Well, I'm more interested in what don't you like about the gameplay.
I actually like.
Wait. What did you say at first?
Character assassination of Samus. She's just.
The game, if they had portrayed Samus the way they did in Other M, like in the first game, it would have made sense. But her having PTSD of Ridley, who canonically she fought like 3 times before this.
Prime is arguably canon because Japan didn't like Prime, but
no, that's not even. Let's ignore Prime. If we talk about Metroid 1, she
Yeah.
fought Ridley. Metroid 2, in the remake, they.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Does she fight?
God damn it.
Did you guys spoil that for me?
No, we didn't. It was in one of the trailers.
So if you didn't see it, it's actually your fault.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
then
about
other things
anymore.
like-
Neither do I.
It takes
After
place.
Super Metroid, And Zero Mission. there was-
Exactly after.
Is there a timer
Zero
for this
Mission
too?
is a remake of the
Zero
first
Mission is canon.
but-
Metroid 1 isn't canon anymore, so it's just Zero Mission.
Yeah, and she fought Ridley like twice in Zero Mission. There was like actual Ridley, then there was a robot.
The only
That was a
Metroid
robot, though,
matters
not-
to me is
Yeah, that wasn't actually.
But then
Ridley.
again, in Super Metroid.
Yeah, she fights Ridley there.
so
She
so not
should
counting
have had
not
PTSD
counting.
there.
So not counting Prime, she fought Ridley 3 times.
Oh my god. You
Before other-
you heard Ryan earlier, right?
Let's not bring it up.
No.
So
We don't need to talk about the fundamentals.
This is a good time. We're gonna have to cut out anyways.
Yeah, that was a lot of just random shit.
what do you say earlier?
Yeah, we're gonna cut out this out anyway. So what did he say earlier?
He was like saying like all the Ridley's like, Samus fought or
Oh,
something like
yeah.
that.
God, I was gonna lay down the law.
He was like acting like there were so many multiple Ridleys.
No, he's an idiot.
There's.
It's
He was
the
like,
same
"Why there's so
Ridley.
many Ridleys?"
I mean, if you count other.
Other M Ridley was a clone.
Right, but it was still just Ridley.
I love the other M.
Okay, I actually like the little Furby.
I
Yeah,
know.
that was
Oh my
amazing.
god, that scene
when you-
was so just powerful.
How much
Okay,
blood
I
was
have a
going
great
on
story
that
about that
toast?
scene.
Like, goddamn.
So you know how after you're being attacked by the second
Like,
form,
not even any
you have to look for the
jelly or
blood
jam?
spatter.
Okay,
Splatter?
that part was such bullshit.
I could not
because
find it.
You can't see it.
And then
Wait,
It's
which
in
one?
first person view in the biosphere. That part where you fight the like second former Ridley.
Yeah.
You have to look for the little blood stains on the floor.
yeah.
Oh,
here's the
that
thing
was
happened.
so hard to see.
That was such bullshit.
Here's the thing that happened. I'm sitting there for like minutes looking around. My little brother walks into the room. It's like, hey, why is there blood on the ground? I'm like, what are you talking about? So I scan over and it's like, how do you see that?
The part with the mosquitoes as well, like when you have to follow the trail.
Oh, okay. Most of the like search with the Wiimote sections were kind of stupid.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even because of the Wiimote. It was because the stuff was
No,
so
it
hard
was-
to see.
No,
Yeah.
I was describing it, but I actually didn't mind the switching to first person. For
No, if that was on a
trick
if it was played with like an action control and that was a button, that'd be amazing.
yeah.
No, I remember people
but
were
it was-
even
it was-
talking shit about like the third person, like you move sideways and stuff.
No,
I
third
thought that
person was
control.
fine.
I think that controlled
I'm-
a lot better.
Some
I
people
actually-
didn't like the Wiimote, but the Wiimote worked because you didn't really move in 8 directions in the game. You really moved up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with the people that did not like having to turn the Wiimote sideways. I didn't like being immobilized when I went to go use
Yeah,
missiles.
no, completely understandable.
I understand that.
I
but
actually have a story regarding that. It also
Well,
regards
The game auto dodges once you go back from first person to
you have to
third person.
shake it, shake the wheel.
I love auto dodging.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but I mean,
Yeah,
in my
never-
in my
never
defense,
played
I was like
other
13 or
Bullshit.
14.
Wait, did you beat the game?
No.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
I've got a story about that.
Okay, no, yeah,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's impossible to
No,
beat the game
okay.
without auto dodging.
He beat the game. Let's just say John beat the game because the part he quit was literally the final boss.
So
Was it
here's
MB?
You know
Before-
when you have to shoot the missile at MB at the very end of the game?
Uh-huh.
He stopped there.
To be fair, I did too.
Peter, your face. I'm so sorry. Okay, look, I have.
You didn't even fight Fan
It's
2,
part
which
of
is
the
the best part of the game.
This is
that-
part
was
of the
that the
story.
big,
This is part of the story.
Sam
Space
takes a
thing.
giant eyeball.
Yeah.
That was a giant eyeball at
In the
like the,
post-game?
Yeah.
dock,
Yeah.
or like in the
Yeah.
control room.
Yeah. That thing was amazing.
That thing was so cool.
Why was it there? It
It's
died
just-
in Super Metroid.
Right, it just appeared. It doesn't
He was
matter.
just there. Well, he was a ghost, but
Well, yeah,
No,
it's a phantom.
Here's for the people that don't know. Here's my experience with Other M. I picked up Other M a few months after it released. It was like
I pre-ordered
The-
it and got it on release.
it was the
I played it a few
October.
months after release as well.
It was the October of the year that it dropped. I was super hyped to get it because I wanted to get it, and I actually got it like close to when it released. I never get games when they release. I always get them like a year or two later after. So I get it home. I go to pop it in my Wii. It doesn't load. I sit there fiddling with my Wii for like 3 or 4 hours, just trying to get it to work, doing every trick in the book.
And then you realize you got a copy for PlayStation.
No. It turned out that because I had a launch Wii.
Oh, it was
and-
a double-sided disc.
Yeah, those apparently the launch Wii's had issues with double-sided discs. So, I was pretty much SOL unless I just jimmied with it for another 4 hours, which I did, and I actually got lucky and I got it to work. Now, once I got it to work, I didn't want to gamble on just assuming like, oh well, it works. It works now, so it's gonna load every single time. So I just kept my Wii on for like 3 days. So I got through the entirety of the game within 3 days. I would not turn my Wii off. I hid the Wiimotes so that nobody could turn them off or turn it or mess with it.
For
I ended up getting all the way to the point that we were just talking about where you have to try and shoot MB.
Yeah.
But I kept dying and dying at that part because 14, 15-year-old me was a dumbass. So, yes, Mikey?
I had the boss fight with the Queen Metroid I thought was pretty bullshit.
I thought that was like
Oh yeah, having to
best
kill the
part of game.
Metroids, then attack her, and
It was bullshit hard for like a 13-year-old me. So I played it 2 years after release. when
What year did
first
it come
came
out?
2010.
2010. I was. That was how many years ago?
I was
That
12.
was when you were
7
14.
Yeah, same age as you. So yeah, 14.
Oh yeah, that was
12.
13, man. But
Thank you for the water.
Anything else right now?
No, I think we're good.
Good, thank you.
I played it when I was like,
Can I get a water cup? Thank you.
I played it when I was like 12, and I don't know. Ever since then, like, I just played it every Thanksgiving because I like didn't want
Just
to.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, no. I like played through it all the way through every Thanksgiving for like the next 5 years because I didn't want to go downstairs.
It's a fun game. Like
It's a long
really-
game.
I know.
See, wait, can you skip the cutscenes?
Yeah.
And then it's not that long.
No, but I watch all the cutscenes.
Thank you.
so I actually did. I basically got to the end of the game, but I kept dying at the point where you have to shoot MB. So at one point after like the 40th death, I just got pissed off and I just turned the system off and just walked off because I didn't want to like be a retard and slam a controller.
Did you forget to save?
No, it's not that. It's that I turned the system on, or I turned the system off. The disc would not load. So once I turned it off, that was the last time I was able to play Other M.
That's sad.
Oh no.
But yeah, the game, like gameplay wise, is like
And
one of the
and
most
funny
fun things
enough,
I've done.
once we got the Wii U for the brewery, I brought it over there because it was like, well, once I find the time,
You'll play it.
yeah, I can play it again. I can actually do like a proper run through. It's not going to screw up on me. Well, I went to go do that. I had like 2 or 3 hours before I had to start my shift. Just like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play Other M again. I'm going to enjoy this. I pop it in and the disc won't read. So I pull it out. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I flip it over and there's a crack in the disc.
That's awful.
Dude, I have like 2 games that I got cracked. One was Sonic CD PC version, which was like one of my favorite games, and the other one was Hot Wheels Crash. You
Makes
never,
sense.
You guys never played Hot Wheels Crash?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's okay. It's like old 90s Hot Wheels game for like Windows 95 PC,
Yeah.
where the whole thing was you had Hot Wheels cars and you had to send them through like a launcher and you had to blow up as much stuff as possible, making it run into stuff. The game wasn't you steering the car, but you angling the car and firing it in like a straight line, and then stuff would happen based off what you did. Like one was you hit like a 16-wheeler. The 16-wheeler hits a crane. The crane attaches to it and then it flings it around, hitting all the buildings.
Yeah, I wish I was older so I can play those old PC games.
Dude, Israel, we're the oldest people here.
I know,
We
but
are
like,
the oldest people here.
No, you aren't.
I didn't get to experience like those cool
older than
PC
you.
games when I was
Like
when I was a
what?
kid.
I had Mean Bean when I was a kid on the PC.
I didn't have a PC when I was growing up, right? And like now I started playing older PC games, and it's like a lot of them have a nice charm to them that you don't get with newer games. I feel like.
Yeah, hey, I see what you mean.
Like, have you guys played any like old PC games like Fallout 1 or 2?
Yeah,
Like Doom
Oh, I had
or Warcraft 3?
I had Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
That was a pretty popular one. I know a lot of friends
Yeah.
played that.
what site was it? There's like a site that's like an alternative to Steam, and they do like free games every once in a while.
Good Old
GOG?
Games. Yeah, Good Old Games. GOG.
GOG.com actually did. They had Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics just for free for like 3 days once.
I don't think that's the. Oh. For 3 days.
Yeah, they just
That's fine though.
For PC.
for a few days they had it for free, so I managed to snag it within that time period. And I played like halfway through 1 and I thought it was pretty good, but I haven't picked it up since. I just don't have the time for it anymore.
Yeah, like there's one game I saw a streamer play. It's called Primordia. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it before,
No.
but it's like a click adventure game. It was like in the steampunk style. I really like the game, just because you just click around to see what like shit moves and triggers new storylines and things like that. Just an adventure game.
Speaking of like old point and clicks, you guys play Putt Putt?
Hut
I feel like I've heard of it.
Then how about Freddy Fish?
What are these old PC games too?
Pajama Sam?
What?
James thought you had a pin that was pajamas.
Yeah, it's right there.
I have a because people that are listening to this cannot see what we're referring to. I have a pin on my hat on my beanie that looks like the Pajama Sam character.
You guys never played these point and click kid games? They were great.
No, I played like this game about this stick figure that wears orange pants.
Fancy Pants?
Yeah, Fancy Pants.
I
Yeah,
have
we played it before.
on
haven't
my- on my PS3, yeah.
we?
Is that
When I
seriously
was-
on PS3 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
They
it
made
is.
an actual game for it.
Yeah.
The guy's working on another one right now.
That's actually great. I actually really like
Fancy Pants.
Yeah, I have it on PS3. It's
Old,
4-player
old
co-op.
Flash games. You guys remember
When I was-
playing old Flash games? On mini clip?
When I was younger, I actually like, besides Nintendo, I only played Cartoon Network games.
Oh, the
Oh,
Flash
gosh.
games.
Did you ever
Yeah.
play that? Like, no, Shockwave.
But that was back when.
Shockwave.
Yeah,
That was
Shockwave. The
back
thing
when
before
Cartoon
Flash.
Network was a good channel.
Yeah, definitely.
You mean the Teen Titans Network?
Teen
Okay,
Titans.
Yes.
Cartoon Network does have some good shows. Gumball is good.
No,
Yes, it is.
you know, growing up at my house, I grew up in the LA area. We didn't have a whole lot, so my grandma taught me how to play poker really early on. Happened, she taught me when I was about 4, and so every time our Uncle Louis came over, he was always show up anywhere, already smashed.
Already smashed.
Just he shows up to parties pre-smashed, and then proceeds to get even more smashed. And so
How much money
we
did you win
decided
from
to
him?
play poker using just betting some change that my parents had given me. Like they would give me a couple like pocket change, and I just put it in a bag. I somehow had accumulated like $50 in pocket change over the year. What do? I bet it. So he matches it.
Oh no.
5-year-old me proceeds to clean out my uncle.
Gotta start him young, dude.
In
You just took him to the
Yeah,
cleaners.
I used to do that, but so I'm Mexican, and there's a game called like Loteria, and it's literally just like bingo, but for Mexico. And we always bet quarters. And there's always someone who like brings a big bag of quarters, and we just like start betting quarters, and we do that for like hours on end.
do you win?
I go even sometimes. Sometimes I just lose. Because they just like start calling cards, and I was like, oh, I missed one. And I just lose all my money.
Has anyone here played Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze?
No.
Chocolate freeze?
No, but I've watched the speedruns. Those are always fun.
Yeah,
Oh, has anyone seen the Funky speed runs?
not the
yet.
speedruns, but I've seen somebody casually play funky mode.
So who knows what Funky mode is?
All of us?
I've
Yeah,
heard
we
of
all
it.
know who-
I actually don't know what it. What
So
it
I don't.
is.
Yeah, I don't know the city either.
So Funky mode is basically like what are you guys doing? Just say it.
Yeah,
Fine.
you can just say it.
Yeah,
Say
just
it.
pass that plate. We'll just put everything over there.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. You're playing at the mic and at your plate. I'm like, you want to put the mic on the plate? What?
Yes, totally.
So what's funky mode?
Serving some mic.
So Funky mode is all the DK characters. You know how the main character is DK, like you always have to play as DK.
Yeah.
There's all the side characters: Big C, Diddy, Cranky. So Funky Kong is all the Kongs in one. He
Yeah,
has
he has a hover.
With more,
He
even
has
though,
like
like,
a
infinite
double
roll.
jump
with
or something.
more, yeah. So he can move faster. He can infinitely roll, unlike DK, who can only do like one roll. Like if you guys know Donkey Kong's dash attack
Yeah.
and 4,
Yeah.
Funky can basically do that infinitely. So yeah, Funky speedruns are just hilariously fun.
Isn't
like-
like surfboard on spikes?
That's Cranky's
Yeah, he-
ability.
Yeah.
Cranky can
He can pogo stick.
on spikes and stuff.
Wait,
So
Crank-
Yeah, with his cane. He
Yeah.
can
He's,
pogo.
what, no. Just not even that. Just he's playable.
Yeah, Cranky's playable.
Cranky's
yeah.
playable in the base game.
Yeah,
Cranky's used in most levels.
Hey,
Cranky.
don't you remember in the first game, like he got there faster than Donkey Kong could?
Yeah.
That's true. Wow, I didn't think they would do that.
John, do you know how old this game is?
Tropical Freeze is pretty old.
No, I don't. I've only the most recent Donkey Kong game I've played is Returns.
Yeah, Tropical
Tropical
That's
Freeze
a
is
Wii
actually
one,
old,
right?
is actually a newer.
Donkey
And
Kong
Returns.
Country Returns for the Wii and the Tropical Freeze
For the Wii U.
are the two best 2D platformers I've ever played. I've played a lot of 2D platformers.
Yeah.
Like Tropical Freeze specifically is just so good.
Oh yeah.
I can respect that, but I
Like,
still gotta like give it to just the OG Donkey Kong. Like,
You know, I'm gonna say something that's gonna maybe bother some of you, but like, man, nostalgia goggles are so bullshit. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like,
They
oh my
definitely are.
god, like,
I have a rant about that when we get there.
like, oh my god, like, just because a game's aged does not mean it's still good. Like,
Ocarina of
like,
Time.
like
Okay,
the
I'm
Gen 1 of
I'm gonna
Pokemon.
slightly disagree with you and say that if you play a game knowing what time period the game came from,
Oh, I agree. I know exactly. Yes, like what time period it came from. Like, it was so good for the time it came
like
from.
I'm
right?
not gonna play Mario 64. No, Mario 64 is still kind
Mario
of a good game.
64 is still good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play like.
Oh, the original Metroid, where there's
Yeah.
no save function.
Okay, actually,
yeah.
no. Let's go with. I'm not gonna play the original Pokemon and then complain how it's not like Pokemon nowadays. I'm gonna play
Yeah.
that and know exactly what it was back then.
Which was
Yeah.
the glitch-filled mess it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like what I mean is like when people are like,
game is better because it's old.
yeah, like you know,
I actually have a
this
story
this is
about
an
that.
example you'll all disagree with me with, but when everyone's like, oh man, Double Dash is so much better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
We
like,
don't say that.
Who says that?
I've
We
heard
just
multiple
like having
people
fun
say
with
that.
it.
All right. Well, anyways, I've heard that said, and it's like it's just so not true. Like Deluxe is such an amazing game.
I
Yeah.
feel like a
Double
lot
Dash is like
No, I have a story.
kinda not
No,
good.
you're not allowed to tell that story.
No, this is a different story. This isn't Double Dash. This
This
is
is a
about
different
what
one?
Peter's
Okay.
saying.
alright.
So
I'll
I knew
go
this
for
kid,
it.
about like 2 years older than my younger brother. I was like babysitting him and his younger brothers, and he was talking about Pokemon. He's like how he wanted to play some of the older Pokemon games, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get Red and Blue," and I'm like, "Why don't you get like Fire Red and Leaf Green?" And he's like, "No, it has to be the originals," and I'm like, "No, Fire Red and Leaf Green are better ports." Like, "No, it's not the same." And I'm like, "It's the same game, but better."
It just looks nice.
Also, there's extra content.
Yeah. And he was like adamant about getting like Red and Blue.
How
and
come with the special?
Why?
The special stat?
I have a blue copy.
Yeah,
I used to.
I have a copy of Pokemon Crystal in my Game Boy Advance at home.
Wow.
No. Although I do think Mikey had a story back to nostalgia goggles.
Yeah, so back when I had my major Pokemon phase, back when I was 12 or 13, my brother's 4 years older than me, and I had downloaded Visual Boy Advance,
Nice.
and I was playing through all the Gen 3 Pokemon games faster. I already owned them on cartridge, I just wanted to use an emulator to speed it up. And my brother was like, hey, can you download the Gen 1 Pokemon games for me? And I'm like, why don't I download Fire Red and Leaf Green for you? And he's like, no, it has to be Gen 1, because those are the ones I've played. And I told him, we've never owned Pokemon Red or Blue.
Not even yellow.
Or Yellow.
None of those three games had ever been in your household,
No.
and he wanted to play them.
And he wanted to play them. And I was like, why do you want to play those when Fire Red and Leaf Green are updated and have more content? And
Yeah, they're
Essentially the same game, but just better.
You actually, you can't I've played Fire Red. Fire Red's probably the game I've like repeated the most out of any other game, and you actually can't access the other content without completing the Pokédex. And to complete the
60.
Pokédex, you need to transfer Pokemon from.
You have to do
another
that in original Red and Blue also.
game. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trade. Yeah, because
Well, not just trade. You also have to transfer, specifically in Fire Red. I know in the other one, like the original Red and original Blue, or whatever it was, that you had to like you do the wire connect and like trade Graveler and Machoke,
yeah.
And then there's, Gengar and Alakazam.
Gengar. and
What did you have
Alakazam.
to transfer? Or do you just mean like trade?
trade.
No, there was some Pokemon like because the Fire Red came out when
Gen 3.
like Hoenn, yeah, when Hoenn was
Yeah.
you could put like Gen 3 Pokemon into Fire Red. But yeah, it's just I never was able to complete it because I like couldn't. The person never moved out of the way in for Mewtwo's cave and for the Team Rocket thing on the Moltres' island or something.
Alright, so I have really stupid Pokemon trivia for Gen 3. The only way to complete the Pokedex for Gen 3 is to pretty much have all the games, including Coliseum and XD.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's...
And go to events for Deoxys and Jirachi.
yeah, they don't count those
Well,
in the regional
um,
decks, or
just-
the national decks.
Just Deoxys, because if you have Coliseum and you have the bonus disc, then
You can get all the Gen
you get
2
Jirachi
Pokemon
off of
from
that.
It's just Jirachi was that was Celebi. Celebi was Japan only because they had e-reader cards pretty accessible.
Oh yeah.
I saw this. What was it? Oh yeah, I watched this video about Pokemon like Jirachi and Deoxys that you need special events, and how it just got worse and worse as the years went on. Where there's like no story behind them now. You just get them.
Yeah. I like how they implemented Deoxys into Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
That was amazing.
I haven't actually played the game.
I actually have a story. It's not really a story. It's just more like an idea it's a really dumb idea my friends came up with. So the idea was for infinite Jirachis, and it's easily the most convoluted thing that we've ever come up with. Essentially, the plan was to get an original GameCube, have the GameCube adapter.
I have one.
I have one too. That's where we were gonna get it. Get the bonus disc for Coliseum. You have to have a Game Boy, one that can connect to get everything off of it. You have to have one of the Gen 3 carts. Essentially, what you do is you transfer the Jirachi onto a blank Gen 3 cart. Get everything in your inventory.
It has to be completed through the Elite Four.
Does it really?
Yeah.
You know how much that doesn't matter because everyone just hacks in their own Pokemon.
Well, back in the
Mikey?
day. Yeah. Back in
Well,
the day.
the plan's
We're talking
basically
about
dumb then.
I know Pokegens.
The plan was basically just get like a billion different Jirachis just by transferring them and restarting. Apparently you can't do that, but the plan was transfer them all, restart the game, just keep transferring them through like the DS games into Black and White and then into the most recent gens. But
No,
it was just a plot for infinite
that was
Jirachis.
actually, you're able to do that in Gen 1. You can just, when you're saving after depositing your starter, you turn off the game while it's saving, and there's a chance of the Pokemon being inside your computer when you start a new save.
That's pretty neat.
That was Gen 2.
Gen 3 had some weird save stuff like box duplication.
God. The Pomeg glitch where you get negative 1 HP.
What?
What's that?
I don't remember what it is, but that's all I remember. It's where you have an egg and a fainted Pokemon, and you send out the egg, and it's just a really messed up sprite.
Yeah.
Oh shit, is
Anyone
that
ever,
like default?
Like mess around with their copy of Ruby so much they got a bad egg?
Yeah. What? Okay. So what were like the bad eggs? Because
If you like hacked your game, you would get a bad egg. It would just like replace one of your Pokemon or something like that.
It's a corrupted Pokemon file. That's what it is.
That's a
You can
problem.
still get them in the newer games if you mess with Pokegen enough.
Wow. What was Deoxys thing in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire?
I
don't care for spoilers.
Okay.
It's a post-game thing.
Post game, you
Delta Emerald.
There's this character named Zinnia who got some sort of dragon.
She's got a
descendant.
great theme.
She does. A lot of the music in Horas was really good. So
It
she's
was.
some sort of descendant of dragons, and you have to catch Rayquaza in the atmosphere after a bunch of story bullshit.
Basically, this reveals to you that Old Ruby and Omega Ruby are like two different dimensions. And she's like, no, we can't use this Mega Evolution energy because it's killing Pokemon or something like that. She's a dragon hippie.
That's a good way to describe it.
A crazy dragon hippie.
So you go up to space in the Boss Deep thing where they count the rockets, and people were like, oh, in the original Ruby Sapphire, they're like, oh, we should get Deoxys this way. Once it reaches 100 successful launches, that's how you get Deoxys. And then you actually do that after you catch Rayquaza.
Yeah, you ride Rayquaza into space, slam into a meteor, and then Deoxys comes out of a meteor. It's like the best thing ever.
It was really cool.
They reference the movie a bit because they have the same jingle from the movie.
They also reference like how you would get it in Emerald. Like
Yeah,
you have
they
to
have the
chase it
little-
around the island, and you chase it in a certain formation. It would in the cutscene where they reveal Deoxys through the triangle thing that appears out of the asteroid. It actually moves in the same formation that it moves in the original games. And then tentacles pop out of it like it's an Eldritch Abomination.
Dude, I love it.
Speaking of the original games in Pokemon Emerald, who remembers how damn frustrating it was to get to the top of the Sky Tower to catch Rayquaza?
Dude,
Oh, that was a pain
Yeah,
in the
that
ass.
was not just Emerald. That was Ruby and Sapphire.
In Emerald, it was part of the story. And
Yeah,
yet-
but when you get in
wasn't
the story,
it wasn't
yeah.
broken yet.
My friend was like, my friend had Emerald, and he was like, I'm gonna get Rayquaza without having to go through that mock bike stuff because they get him through story. And then that didn't happen. I was like, you have to do what I had to do.
Was that
literally
the thing? I don't know if it actually was real or not, but you had to have like a Relicanth and like.
Oh,
this
that's how you get the
Battle-
Regis.
Yeah, that's how you unlock the
I was the
Regis.
only one of
Okay.
my friends to have a Relicanth.
Okay, can we talk about like Mike? Go on.
I have a
go
great
on.
story about that. When I first played Sapphire, we had the guide, and in the back of the guide was Braille. And so I was translating the Braille from the guide onto a piece of paper at like midnight on a school night because I was dedicated
I
to
have a
catch
similar
these
story.
the Reggies.
Before I had Pokemon Ruby, one of my friends had Pokemon Sapphire, and we went to a preschool my mom worked at, and she had a Braille book, so we just used the Braille book at her preschool to translate the Reggie stuff.
Oh my god.
Also in Fire Red and Leaf Green at Island 6, I think it is, there's a little Easter egg where it has Braille. That's part of the story.
Yeah, can we talk about like how archaic and like just how stupid like the Reggie stuff was? It's like
I really like it.
I like it's like an ARG, like augmented reality.
it's like
game.
it's absolutely like it's creative, definitely. It's just like, but for like a 9 or 10-year-old kid, it's like who's gonna know Braille?
That's the point. It's supposed to be something like out there. That's why I'm upset they haven't really done that with any of the modern games, and you just get mythical Pokemon through free events.
Okay, I agree with that. I'd actually rather have like.
I hate free events in the new Pokemon games. Like
I don't feel like turning on my game to do them.
Just to turn it on,
Yeah.
go to Wi-Fi, then get.
I want to like do something in the story. Like
I'd much rather prefer they tie mythicals into the actual
Dude,
game.
like Kyurem in, Peter and I were talking about this game, Kyurem in Black and White, where you just end up in this place and then it gets frozen over. That's amazing.
yeah, that was
I remember that, yeah.
Black and White 2 is actually my favorite Pokemon game.
A lot of people like it.
it was really good.
It's essentially a soft reboot of the series. Like, it's the first game since Gen 1 to add like 150 Pokemon.
Yeah, I like how in Black 2, White 2, they actually made that one garden like actually mean something. I forgot what Pokemon was there, but like
The Nature Preserve?
yeah, was it Raise?
Oh, the Noble Steeds, Virizion, Terrakion, and Colonia?
Yeah. Which was one of them in the garden, like the one where you find all the Masharnas?
Oh, that's a... What is it?
That was
Dreamyard?
No, that was Latios and Latias.
Yeah, it was that.
they were both there.
I really like how they tied a lot of the...
That was
legendaries
just so
into it.
cool. There's so
And
many
now they
cool
don't do
things
that
about it.
anymore, and it sucks.
Black and White 2 probably did the best job. No, Horace did, I think. They didn't tie it into the story, they just kind of had wormholes.
I mean, at least they're there.
Yeah, at least they were there,
And a
but...
lot of people say that
And then you
like,
find that
Black and
unknown
White was
level.
so unoriginal with the designs and stuff.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Ice cream
they
cone
gave us the ice cream cone.
and the trash bag.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's.
I mean,
okay.
I like the designs, but it was
They
just
also
like,
had the chandelier.
chandelier.
I always point to Muck and Company because that's literally a pile of
Magnemite?
garbage.
All right.
Might-
Let's go through and list top 3 favorite Pokemon games. Each person. All right, Brendan, you start.
Haven't played that many though.
If
Really?
anything, I'd
Pokemon?
have to go.
Just list them as you can.
Okay.
My top one would probably have to be Emerald. The next one's probably gonna be Moon, Pokemon Moon, one of the newer ones, and then the last one. I honestly don't know. I think it's probably got to be it's between, ironically enough, Sapphire or Leaf Green for me.
Mikey?
Alright, so I have stories for each one. My favorite one, I'll go reverse order. So my third favorite one is probably Platinum. I put a ton of hours into multiple files. I think it really did a great job tying Giratina into the story.
Oh, real quick, no. My last one's Soul Silver. No, that was it. Yeah. I just realized I did two
You
of the
can't take it
same
back now.
generation. Keep
The
going.
Distortion World is really cool.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they did another thing like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Second favorite, Heart Gold Soul Silver, because of the fallen Pokemon. And I'd never played Gold or Silver.
So cool.
I really wish they'd bring that back.
What is it?
Following Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pokemon
following
Fall.
companions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have a fat ground on following you.
Yeah.
Did you ever have the little Pokeball attachment
The
thing?
Pokeseals?
No. It was like
that was Platinum and Pearl.
No, they were
it,
also.
was like a Pokeball, and
Are
then
you talking about the contest thing?
no.
It's
It's
sealed. They were sealed.
Hey, let him finish. He's
Yeah,
his
this
story.
is number 1.
What else was there? Oh, Black and White 2. I said that because it was probably the best story. You don't play Pokemon games for the story, but it really did. A good
I mean,
job
you
with
should
it.
because you can just, if you want to play competitively, you can just hack in a team. So if you're
Yeah.
gonna play the games, you want to play the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex?
Okay, so my favorite Pokemon game is Moemon. And
No.
I'm just messing around. I haven't really played that many. Let's see, I played a bit of Blue, but not all of it. Then I did Ruby, White, then Y, and then like Moon, I think. And so I'm trying to determine my favorites from those. I'm trying to decide what I like more, Original Ruby or Omega Ruby.
terms of like everything, Omega Ruby is superior. And
Honestly, yeah.
Ruby really only has the original Ruby and Sapphire really only have the nostalgia factor.
Yeah,
They've got like the novelty of it being a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah.
I'd say the only reason I bring Ruby is because sentimental value. It was like my first actual Pokemon game. I know what you said about nostalgia earlier, but sometimes you just can't.
No, yeah, I agree. I would replay some of the Pokemon games now. I think they're just straight up good games.
Okay, so because let's see, I guess I'm gonna say my number 3 is X and Y because that's actually what got me back into Pokemon. Really, like if it wasn't for those, I wouldn't have gotten Sun or Moon or like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. And then I guess I would say, yeah, I would just say.
Do you want to come back?
No, I got it. I'm just trying to remember the order. So number 3 is X and Y.
That's a good choice.
Then 2 is Sun and Moon. Then 1 is Omega, or I guess put Alpha Sapphire.
Do you have any stories behind each?
I mean, they're all the modern games, which kind of seems like a cop out, but they're the ones I played the most. Alpha Sapphire, just because Gen 3 was my starting gen, so I was happy when it came back, and the music in that game is spectacular.
Yeah, Pokemon is so good at the music. It's just crazy.
Moon was the only game I did like extensive Pokemon like breeding in because it was just so easy in that game.
Because the little ring you could ride
Yeah.
around the Tauros in front of the ring.
And then, like I said, X and Y is what brought me back into the series, and also just playing that one was fun. Like I know it's not the best, but it was just fun.
That counts. I would say my third one has to be Y because it got me into the competitive Pokemon scene at first because I didn't know what like IVs, EVs were. I was like, oh, I thought it was all randomized until my brother was and at the same time also like discovering this stuff, and he became a Pokemon breeder, but I didn't. It seemed like too much work, so he just made Pokemon for me. And the second one, it's a spin-off, but I'll say it's gonna be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time.
Not a GBA or DS one.
It's the DS ones, and I just play a lot of it. It was like, it's different, and I enjoyed it because it was like, oh, I'm actually playing as a Pokemon, and like going through, the story and the story and everything. But it was like, I felt it was like a different attachment. Like, oh, I'm a Pokemon versus, oh, I'm a trainer.
Controlling the Pokemon.
Yeah, controlling the Pokemon. So I like that more, and it's also adventure more so than I'll say the regular games. And my first one has to be Pearl, just because it was the game I played the most. I was growing up.
It's a common game.
Yeah, but I had a DS, and it was my brother's DS actually. And after he left to the military, he just like gave it to me. Hey, here, you can have this. And I was like, oh, what is this game? And when I first played it, I didn't want to delete his save, so I did like I loaded a new game but without saving, and I just left it on for like an hour, not an hour, but for a whole day and a half, and the battery ended up dying, made me forgetting, so I just lost like the whole day of progress, and I ended up deleting his data anyways.
Alright, so this is coming from someone who's played every single Pokemon game.
Even Green.
Yeah.
Green was just Japanese blue. Or Japanese red.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. So I'll have to give this an honorable mention because it got me into the competitive scene for a little bit. X and Y, like as basically almost everyone else said, I like learned about EVs and IVs then. I was personally a breeder. I like I think at one point I had like 6 boxes full of Goomies.
I just dead.
You told me about that.
That were all named Gooby. Because like when I was in high school, it was a common thing to just call me and my friends would call each other Gooby. And it was pretty funny. But yeah, I had a great time in Wonder Trade. People get a lot of just like 4 IVs, Goomies. It's just pretty interesting. Yeah, so I actually got a shiny Lugia. I'm pretty sure it's hacked, but
Wonder Trade?
Huh? Yeah, Wonder Trade.
I've never used Wonder Trade.
Yeah, someone gave me a shiny Lugia.
I remember somebody gave
It's
me
hilarious. You just throw in a random Pokemon and then you get a random one back.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's what makes Wonderlocks pretty fun.
Those things are great.
Yeah. And then, okay, now for the actual list. I'll start for the third one. I'd have to give it to... I'll give it a tie between Pearl and Fire Red. just because those are the two I played almost the most. Yeah, Fire Red, I grew up on Fire Red. I played that game more times than I can count. Like, it's actually insane. I remember when I first got the game, I didn't understand how to get past the point. Couldn't get past the cave you need to use Flash in.
Rock tunnel.
Yeah, I didn't know where to get Flash, so I raised all 6 Pokemon in my party to level 50. Just so you know, at that point you only have 3 gyms completed.
Yeah,
so I just
it's
went
like all
and
the
grinded like
Pokemon
level
level.
12 Voltorbs. I had like an Arbok, a Blastoise. I just had a really good team.
Isn't there, like,
I was
certain-
almost ready for the Pokemon movie. Just because I didn't know how to get past.
Is there a
the
Pokemon with no
cave.
flash in that
No,
cave?
nothing learns it naturally. It's an HM.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was just great. That's just so great moment. This is a great moment for me. And then Pearl, the first game I hacked. So all I did was complete the Pokédex. So yeah, I completed the Pokédex. I got access to like Unknown's cave, which was super cool. I stocked up on unknown exclamation points and question marks.
Just in case.
And I still have some from that game too. I transferred them.
So you can text your friends and unknown.
Yeah.
That's the only way to communicate now.
Did you use action replays?
Yeah, I use Action Replay.
Well, I got a funny story about that.
I like coding them is such a coding them is so annoying. Yeah, most times the codes didn't work. Like I got Infinite Master Balls. I did that one too. That was pretty useful. Oh, capturing the gym leader's Pokemon. I did that.
Wait. I caught it. Just a side tangent. I caught Flint's Infernape. It actually had perfect IVs and an adamant nature.
What? They knew.
Dude, that's why it was such bullshit. Continue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So for the second one, Soul Silver for sure. Pokemon following you is just one of the most charming things in the Pokemon game. Like, honestly, I would just start up the game and be like, why is there a Groudon following me? What is this guy doing here?
You're taking them for a walk.
I'm a little sad they didn't involve it in the new Sun and Moon ones. Because
I feel like that'd be a perfect opportunity.
Because like
too.
yeah, like with the
Yeah.
3D models.
Some Pokemon couldn't follow you,
Yeah.
in Soul Silver.
I had a funny
But,
one more thing about that. I used a Steelix in my first playthrough, and the first time I entered a Pokemon Center, I was like, "Where's the Steelix?"
No, wait, you could see Steelix.
Not in the center.
Oh yeah, not in the
It's
center.
too big.
Yeah, you couldn't see a lot of things in the center. But yeah, you could walk around. I think you could walk around with like Palkia and Dialga too.
Yeah, they have
But
overworld
not
sprites.
Giratina.
What about Arceus?
Arceus has
Arceus you could.
everything has an overworld sprite.
Don't mind me, just taking God for a walk.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's why Soul Silver was so good. Also, the moment where you like find red, like the game doesn't tell you anything. You just find red. Like you go through the summit, like you're like, yeah, this is the Challenger Summit after you beat the Pokemon League twice, and you go through it, and at the end of it, there's red, and you're like, what? What's going on? And then he has like Blastoise, Charizard, Heracross, Snorlax, Pikachu with Volt Tackle.
And Venusaur.
And Venusaur, yeah. Pikachu with Volt Tackle was crazy because it was his first Pokemon, and his Pikachu was super fast. So he one-shotted my level 100 Pokemon with Volt Tackle.
Light ball.
What?
Light ball. It's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then my favorite of all time is Sun and Moon, because the story almost made me cry.
It totally wasn't just to look at Olivia, was it?
No, it wasn't. I swear.
I still haven't even finished that.
All right. Yeah, I had a long one, but go ahead.
All right. So my number 3, it's actually kind of out there. It's Coliseum.
I can agree with that.
So
I actually didn't even consider Coliseum.
I think if I considered all of them, I might have considered stadiums.
my experience with Pokemon is like pretty spotty because like I started in Gen 3, then I went to Gen 4, and then I didn't play again for like another decade. But Coliseum is my number 3 just because it was different, but it was a fun different. Like there was the whole catching your opponent's Pokemon, which I don't. It just like it kind of scratched like an itch for like 12-year-old me. It's just like I can actually do this
How
now.
edgy
Not
were
to
you?
mention best
Pretty
2
edgy.
starters ever, Umbreon and Espeon.
Oh yeah, you
That's
get
really-
Umbreon and Espeon.
Which, if you were to transfer to Fire Red and Leaf Green, you can't breed them,
Why?
or they would always be wait, no. If you transform to Ruby and Sapphire, you can't breed them because they're always male. So you just get the father or the whatever, the mother Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true. So, I liked how different Coliseum was, and I liked the story. I like how I was put off at first that you couldn't go out and catch wild Pokemon, but then just like everything else just kind of fixed that. So Coliseum is my third. My second is probably Diamond, just for the sheer amount of time I put into that as a 12-year-old, 13-year-old. And my number one is tied between Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. So original Sapphire was my first Pokemon game. I had wanted like the Gen 2 and Gen 1 games when I was younger, but my parents wouldn't get them for me. So I didn't play a Pokemon game until I was 10. Sapphire was my first experience. I played the living shit out of it. Then after Diamond, I had like a 10-year gap because I didn't have any money. I couldn't buy like a 3DS when that came out. I couldn't buy any of the new games. So after finally getting a job and getting disposable income, I managed to get myself a 2DS during that Black Friday run I did with Mikey and Alex.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
I got a 2DS and then I finally got my hands on Alpha Sapphire. And it was like booting up for the first time and playing for like the first 10 minutes was like playing the first game. It was playing regular Sapphire all over again.
I love the part where you get to where the intro takes place, and you just see this little lake, and it's like, oh, that's the intro.
I like that. That was like the nostalgia overload.
That was pretty neat.
Have any of you ever had a nostalgia overload?
Yeah, right there.
I had one, like, I guess I'll tell the story. So remember how I said earlier how I scratched my copy of Sonic CD for the PC?
Yeah.
So I hadn't been able to play it for years, and when I got it on GameCube and Gems Collection, I cried when I saw the intro. I was young, but it was like something I hadn't seen for years, and it was like so nostalgic I cried.
It happens.
That's you.
I don't have friends. Oh wait, yeah, no, I do.
There's a lot
Oh,
of
so favorite Pokemon characters?
Like the human characters.
Does that really matter?
I mean, it kind of...
Nah, it matters to Mikey.
No,
Yeah, Master Mikey.
no, let's not.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. Oh, you always tell like that yourself. Dude.
That's true.
Favorite Pokemon?
I just wanted a chance to talk about Wally and how much I love Wally. From Gen 3.
No,
I do.
I can agree to your favorite Pokemon. I just need a minute to think about that one.
Mine is Darkrai and Snorlax.
My favorite for a long time was Scizor. I actually don't think that's changed.
Really?
I like the design from the Celebi movie. It was in that one. That was probably my favorite Pokemon movie.
I think mine has to be like
Really?
Gastrodon, I think it's the name. The
Sea Slug?
yeah, Sea Slug. It was just so cute. I loved it.
Shellos.
Shellos.
Yo, which
Alex?
one would you rather have?
My favorite?
You mean like pink or blue?
Hold on.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
go on.
my favorite for the longest time was Blaziken because first starter kind of thing, and I just liked how it was a humanoid design. But then Sun and Moon came around, and I discovered Vikavolt, the giant, the railgun.
The giant railgun with wings.
Oh,
I want to change mine. Mine's either Pachirisu or Dedenne.
why?
I actually really like Pachirisu.
Oh, I thought you were memeing. Okay.
But I like Charjabug.
Charjabug's pretty. It's a little bus. It's crazy bus.
Mine's between like. This is gonna sound like really edgy, but it's between like Giratina, Darkrai, and Bayonet.
It's pretty edgy.
That's
I
yeah.
thought you were gonna say like Aegislash.
No, I don't know. I still haven't.
You know, just the giant sword.
Is there any Pokemon with edge in the name?
That's pretty.
Honedge.
Yeah, Honedge.
Yeah.
That's so edgy.
There's no Stone Edge.
That's you know what? Yeah, that's
You know who's the
pretty edgy.
edgiest?
Double A.
Voltorb.
Self-destruct turn 1.
Oh my god.
Gravelers in Victory Road.
Sorry, just a thing about Voltorb. I played a ROM hack where Electrode could learn Sharpen. And I looked all over the internet for a picture of a cube-shaped Electrode, and I found one, and I was not disappointed. I'm gonna have to link it if I can find it.
Yeah,
I didn't make that noise.
My favorites evolved over the years. It went from Trico, not Grovyle or Sceptile, just base Trico, to Gallade, over to Primarina.
Really?
Yeah. Like, just because
Can you remind me who Primarina is?
Primarina's the Gen 7 starter water. It pops a little seal.
It's
turns
a seal,
into
but it turns into a woman.
turns into a
I think it's based on like a siren.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a story about that once you're done.
basically a seal mixed with a mermaid, and so it's a water fairy
Oh,
type.
Primarina. Yeah, I know. Who.
And
I have
and
a story
so
about Primarina.
like I think what sold it for me was the Prismarium Z. It would upgrade Sparkling Aria, her specific move, into literally just
That's it.
dropping the literal water spirit bomb on whatever you were facing, and then just screaming at it.
Brandon, I have a story about that.
Go
I was
ahead.
watching a person play the game. It was their first playthrough. And you know how that move in double battles can be used on your teammate to heal them from burns?
Actually didn't.
You're right. So that can happen. And so Primarina used its Z move, but because it can target allies, the CPU had Primarina target him in a double
nice.
battle when they're on a team,
Oh, nice,
and then
dude.
killed him.
Oh my
You hate
god.
to see that.
So Hal killed us Pokemon. It was great.
All right,
Was it a Nuzlocke?
can we
No.
just
Oh.
admit real quick how useless Hal was?
I actually. Okay, so
The only thing he was useful for was giving you shit.
How?
I
Hal.
However,
The
Jet
right-
7.
He would just
rival.
beat. He would just beat. No, he was the main character. You were the rival.
Oh, I know. He,
Wait,
I mean,
was
if
it?
you
Were
look,
you really?
if you look deeper into him, there's some stuff that you can find out. Like, what was it? Gladion talks about sometimes where Hal acts all aloof because he doesn't want to admit that he's not that good.
I mean,
No, it sounds like real
that's
life.
obvious because
it's a little close to home.
he
Like,
never
he doesn't-
figured out to get rid of that Alolan Raichu when I threw out a Mudsdale every time.
Like, what was it? He even though he loses to his grandfather, he acts like it doesn't matter when he feels it.
No, the only thing it was useful for is giving you revives.
Unless you're playing Nuzlocke and you have to sell them.
I actually still haven't even I got to the second island in Moon and I
guys-
stopped playing.
Have you guys played Ultra Sun and Moon?
I saw
No.
a playthrough.
I've started. I haven't gotten far enough.
I don't own it.
The guy did Nuzlocke. Have you seen Nuzlocks when they get to Ultra Necrozma?
That thing is such bullshit. I caught a level 9 Salamence at the first island, Route 3.
Level 9 Salamence?
Yeah, if you use
So basically,
SOS
there's a Bagon that's there. In the
Oh, and then you
Petrogas
let
on
it
the first
call
island,
for the other
and then you
Pokemon.
SOS it, and it can bring out a Salamence.
So finding Bagon is 5%. Finding a Salamence through SOS chaining, which already takes a fucking long time, 1% chance. And so I had a level 9 Salamence for the whole game. I used it. And when I got to Ultra Necrozma, that thing is probably the most difficult thing in the game. It was such
Just
bullshit.
look up Ultra
No,
Necrozma
no.
Nuzlocks and you can see people losing the Nuzlocke to it.
The single hardest thing in the game for me in regular base Moon was finding a female Salandit.
I think that's
Because
everybody's worst
Here I was,
Yeah.
leveling up a male Salandit. It's level 36. I'm like, what level does this evolve? So I Google it. 33. Huh? Why is that?
Do you
Has
turn
to
your
be
DS
female.
upside down?
No. Has to be female. I'm like, shit. So what do? I proceed to go to the volcano again and start SOS farming for a female Salandit. I murdered approximately 230 Salandit before I caught a female.
Dude, what's that great
Is
IV
there a
slime?
number?
No, I counted.
Just
There was,
sitting there
like,
pulling.
Because I saw the percentages of gender.
It's the same like for starters.
12.5%.
Oh my god.
Just sitting there culling the Salandit population.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
all just dead in the field.
Wait, Mikey, have I told you about me playing Gen 7?
No. What about it?
So I got the game a week early.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Oh yeah,
Did I tell you?
yeah. I was there.
Oh my god.
Just tell the story.
And so I get it a week early before everyone else because I have a modded 3DS. And I just played the game and like I finished the story within like a few days. And I was just like farming Pokemon, just like looking for the whole Pokédex. and I ended up finding all the Pokemon. It took such a long time to find the 1%, encounter rates for a lot of Pokemon. So I was just like for an hour straight just looking for like Brooks Fish and some other like low percent finds. It was that one thing that looks like a anchor.
Oh, Delmice.
Yeah. Oh my god, it took forever.
I actually
The
don't.
tri-type Pokemon.
I don't know half the like new Pokemon.
Delmice is a grass ghost. So it's essentially a seaweed parasite,
Yeah.
but attaches itself to an anchor. So its ability is it gets Steel Stab,
Yeah, and
So it's tri-type.
pretty much.
and
Keep going, Israel. I have a story after that.
I ended up finding every Pokemon except for it was a Solgaleo because it had Moon.
Yeah.
Oh, then you just you get your Cosmog, and you just trade with somebody else's who
Yeah.
has.
But he hacked it. and it
Yeah,
was really-
I had
Oh.
a hacked version, so I ended up just going on GTS to look for the last Pokemon I needed from Sun, and I found a Pokemon, but like a day before release because people also had it, and like a week after the game released. I had a message on my DS saying like I can't use network services anymore on the DS, and I looked up the codes and I went on the Reddit for 3DS hacking. And people say, oh, all these codes are just means you got IP banned on your 3DS. So yeah.
I actually have a funny story for the people at this table and the people in the audience who haven't heard it yet. It's a story from when I was younger and like a little bit into my first time playing Pokemon. This is like, you know how there's like all those old rumors like Sonic being in Melee, all the stuff like before the internet was around and people
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
fact
there was a
check.
ton of those. The 100
This
rocket test.
kind of falls into that. So I was like midway through my first playthrough of the game. I had
Which game?
Sapphire. I had just gotten like Wailord from Wailmer, and one of my friends in elementary school was like, "Well, you can actually evolve Wailord. What you have to do is you have to get a double item holder and give it a Water Stone and a Thunderstone in the double item holder, and then level it up, and it will evolve into Wolaquard."
Wait, what?
That was what the name was Wolaquard.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he told me it was like a water electric, and it was supposed to be like 2 times the size of Wailord.
Water electric.
I can't remember like what the condition was to get. I think it was like just float around on the seafloor until you find a double item holder. But I get that. I did that. I ended up doing that for hours.
Oh god.
And at one point, I like go to him like, "Where's the double item holder?" He's like, "Oh, there isn't. I was just messing with you."
Oh my god.
That was mean.
There's a lot of
Anyone
stories.
else get tricked by stuff like that?
Yeah, mostly with like finding characters, special characters in other games and stuff.
I did when I played Emerald. There was a bunch of stuff about how to get to Maple Rock to get to Call Lugia. Spent too many hours.
We already mentioned like the whole space station thing, but I that was one of the other things I bought into was like the whole.
That one.
Everyone believed it.
Or like,
It was pretty.
or like you find YouTube videos are like, oh, how to catch blah blah blah.
Yeah.
In like Gen 4, and I was like, how the hell do these people get those Pokemon and stuff?
So one of the
And they're just like,
Quick question
yeah.
for all of you who played Gen 3. Did Mirage Island appear for any of you?
No,
No.
it was such
No.
bullshit.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
You talk to this old guy. He's like, oh, there's no Mirage today. And then eventually, randomly,
it was in Pacific Lodge Town. It was in the floating city.
Oh,
and
that
what
one.
was there? Just
And
like
it-
berries and
All right, so it was one lychee berry and why not?
Yeah.
Okay, it's so stupid.
why not?
Yeah, the condition for it to get it, your Pokemon have not ID values, personality values from 1 to like 300,000 or something. And so if you have a Pokemon in your party that matches the value of the day, Mirage Island will appear.
Yeah, but the chances of that were like
No,
astronomical.
I just told you the odds.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty stupid. There's a lot of stupid shit like that in Pokemon games, and I know most of it.
I did get baited by something like that, but it wasn't Pokemon. It was Brawl. Like
Oh.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
All right, what was it?
So, I played Subspace an obscene amount of times. Like I was really bad at Brawl when I was younger. Like I played it casually, but I was still able to do it on like the hardest difficulty. because I just played it so many times. So yeah, someone told me you could unlock Master Hand if you played it enough times. You just have to pick the right. You have to like pick certain characters in a certain order to get Master Hand as a character, and I believed them.
That was a thing we believed in 64, was that you can unlock him. Which
You could play him in Melee.
yeah, through a glitch, and it could break the game. There was like no point.
Wait, can you actually do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done it before.
We did
Yeah,
it.
I did it.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
Damn, where was I?
Class.
In
Oh,
chemistry.
trying
I was
to
part in
remember.
chemistry, yeah.
We did it at that one of the pool parties.
Yeah, I think I was too lazy to try any of that stuff I heard. Besides the 100 rockets.
I tried the Salt Lick thing for Jirachi, also in Moss Deep.
Yeah.
There's the Wishing Rock.
Oh, the
Oh
white
yeah,
rock?
the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just kind of there.
I thought that. I used to think that was related to the 100 rockets.
Does that?
It's apparently some sort of wish thing in Japan, which is why people thought it was about Jirachi. It was just an Easter egg.
Okay. Do you guys remember that house in Moss Deep that had like the other door, but it was always locked?
That was Sutopolis.
Was it
It was
Sutopolis?
Sutopolis.
I thought it was Moss
It
Deep.
was Sutopolis.
Well, what was behind that door?
It was something for e-reader cards.
Oh really? Oh, so nothing important.
I
then.
never had
No.
that.
And the thing I was talking about, where you get to Naval Rock, that was the glitch that was used. It was just fancy editing for 2009.
Yeah, actually, there was. You guys remember the sunken ship, right?
Yeah.
Ship, yeah.
And for the longest time, I tried to like just look in there to see if I can find like a special item. I think there was. But I don't remember.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, the double item holder.
There was if you're being serious, there's the scanner. You trade that to the seaport captain.
Yeah,
You get
and
a-
I was
either-
like, this place is so mysterious. There has to be like a rare or legendary Pokemon in here. So I just like continued looking around for a few hours, but I just
That's
couldn't
basically
find
like what it
anything.
was for. I don't play the game, but like Rotom was in like
In the
some
old
like,
chateau, right?
yeah, some old mansion
Yeah, the old chateau.
Oh
with
yeah.
like ghosts and stuff. Why do people have so much ghosts? So
Okay,
creepy.
that
That was
fucking
so
section
hard.
was so fucking stupid.
That
was so hard to get. Like Rotom.
It was.
I never played that gen, so I don't
It's
know.
not even a legendary.
No,
Just-
it's just a rare Pokemon. That's
Yeah.
what I called it.
Because
It's
they
like-
can breed.
Yeah, it's one per copy, I would say.
It is.
it's like it's almost like a pseudo legendary, but not really.
No.
It's a pseudo legendary.
Pseudo-legendary is also
it's not
something-
catchable in the wild in any
It's
game.
also pseudo-legendary also means something else though. That's
Yeah,
like the
like
Pokemon with
Metagross, right?
Yeah, the Pokemon with 600 base stat total.
Yeah,
And
Tyranitar.
incredibly low like EXP gain.
Yeah, I remember my brother just called them buff Pokemon.
That's what they were.
Yeah, and I have another story about that. It was in Gen 5, and I was playing Black, and I find this. I forgot it's called like Muna or something like that.
Luna, yeah.
I found it. I was like, whoa, this Pokemon. I had never seen it before, and it was like so. No, it was an evolution of that.
Wasn't that one of those Pokemon that was hinted at in a previous
Yeah,
generation?
in Gen 1, outside Rock Tunnel. Why do I know this shit? There was this lass that's like, I want a Pokemon with floral pattern and it's shaped like a pillow. And now it's Muna.
Yeah. Anyways, I found its evolution in like this. I don't know where it was, and I was like, whoa, this is a legendary Pokemon or something. So I ended up killing it. I was so sad because I was trying to catch it, but like my Pokeballs wouldn't work. So I just kept on lowering its health, and I got crit and I killed it. And I was like really sad.
False swipe. Level 100.
Zangoose.
Level 100 Zangoose.
Zangoose doesn't learn False Swipe.
No, it doesn't. And
I thought false swipe was a Gen 4
later
thing.
into the
It was in
game,
Gen 3.
I ended
My
up
stepdad
finding
wanted it.
this like sand cave, and went to the bottom, and I found a Volcarona.
Yeah.
It was like level 70, and I thought it was legendary too. I was like, whoa, this has to be a legendary because I never seen it before. And even I had a Larvesta.
Better than most of them.
I had a Larvesta, but it was in the same team as well. I was like, whoa, I couldn't match it.
Darmanitans.
I used Darmanitan. It was fucking awesome.
Wait, what?
I used the Darmanitan. It was amazing. It's so broken in game.
The single was like, what moment in Pokemon was during Gen 5. You guys know Electros?
I don't. I've never played
Oh,
this.
it's the levitate?
It's an electric type, pure electric type, with levitate.
Oh, so it just can't get killed by ground.
It
has no
it
weaknesses.
has
It has
no
no
super
weaknesses.
effective. Nothing is super effective against it.
And
That's
its,
stupid.
and its defense and special defense is like not bad.
Also,
And I was just like, so I was like, oh, this is an electric type, Earthquake,
Not effective.
levitate. I'm like, shit. And then at one shot when I had out, I'm like, well, this is a problem.
Also, I have a bunch of gripes with Gen 5. Like, the Rotom types, they change, you know how they change forms?
Yeah.
So, they change types in Gen 5. And then the Fan Rotom, it's electric flying with Levitate. And it can hold an air balloon, so it's immune to ground 3 times.
Dude, you should just heal from ground moves at that point.
Yeah, I know, right?
Isn't that how it works in RPGs? Like, it's 50% damage, then negate, and then heal.
You take negative
They
damage.
do that in Divinity.
What is
Undead
that?
things heal from poison.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then elementals would heal from their respective element. If you hit a fire elemental with fire, it would heal. If you threw a rock at an earth elemental, it would heal it. That one was a little silly.
Thank you.
Just absorb the rock.
No, it doesn't like, you know, break off it or anything. No, it just
Absorbs it.
gets hit in the chest, it bounces off. I'm like, oh, I feel better now.
It's like, dude, thanks.
So, another thing with Gen 5 is, we're still talking about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're a Pokemon stream now.
We are.
We should wrap the Pokemon talk soon. Yeah, go ahead.
This will be the last thing.
I don't know, maybe talk to something else.
It's 10:30 right now.
So many fucking Pokemon evolved over level 50. And the Elite Four was level 48. I thought that was so stupid.
You had to play it twice over.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you had to
Yeah.
do the end thing, and then you had the actual.
Yeah.
And then the actual Elite Four. or
Yeah, like
champion.
I beat them first. I'm like, cool, I beat the Elite Four. And then I
then
go
you go
again,
back and they're,
and
like,
I go
super
back and
strong.
they're like they're super strong and they kill all my Pokemon. I was like, oh well.
Oh, you talking about Gen 5 first run? Yeah.
I hated that. I think getting like Victory Road is actually pretty difficult.
Not even that, but a lot of, like, most of the decks towards the end, like Hydreigon evolves to level 64.
Yeah, Gen 5 had some stupid level.
Dino, the pre-form, evolves into Xylos at 52. That's horseshit. Because
Gen 5 was
it's
just
not even
all
that
over the
good.
place.
Yeah.
You know what Pokemon I really tried to make good with like breeding and stuff? The you guys know like the fighting type one that was all over the Victory Road in Gen 5? That
Throw?
Like, no, not throw.
Socks.
Oh, the one with the the ones with the giant
Oh,
cement
Conqueror.
things?
No, not Conqueror. The one
Timber.
the angelic
Mienshao.
Pokemon.
Let him finish.
Mienshao.
Oh yeah.
I love Mienshao. Mienshao was my favorite. I breeded the hell out of it.
The only experience
I got a 5 IV that was good. It's just a shitty Pokemon.
The only experience I had with that was I hit it once, brought it to half health, and it high jump kicked and missed. And that's all I ever saw.
I
of
got
it
one of
was
those randomized for me in Pokemon Showdown. I didn't use it.
It's actually not bad in
I
Gen 5.
jump kick. Oh my god.
Gen 5.
Yeah,
But, you
I don't know about
in
that.
XY.
Well,
XY, it's pretty
now.
bad.
Yeah.
But I agree. I tried to make it good. I never bred anything in my games besides Moon, but
Moon breeding was fun.
yeah, because it was fast, and you didn't have to stick a dime underneath the analog stick.
Oh yeah,
all
that
you
was
had
Dude, that's how broke my DS.
And all you had to
actually.
do was just like SOS chain to actually get good IVs.
You know what
The Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, you put the penny under it.
I actually just held it and like watched YouTube videos.
Yeah, like a normal human being.
But mine broke off from Smash anyways.
Yeah, same here. It was like Smash was enabled and copied.
perfect pivoting or something.
No, I just broke it from playing Smash. That's it.
Oh, makes sense.
This was before I even played competitive sport.
Oh,
I was a Greninja main.
oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right. You
gosh.
jumped around through like 50,000 characters.
No, this is before that. This was back. I was a DSS Greninja main in 3DS.
I just play Villager because he's on the demo.
I played Sonic.
I played Link in the demo.
Oh, speaking of the demo, did the demo seem to have like bigger hitboxes than the actual game for any of you? Because I could land like Mega Man Spike consistently, but I could not do that when the actual
You should
game
play
came
Mega
out.
Man then.
I never got the.
I didn't play the demo.
That was like in the time before I had.
Right.
At the time, it's before I had like next gen handhelds and next gen consoles. The only thing I remember of like before I got into Smash, the only thing I ever really like, the only interaction I had with it was playing Brawl casually with friends. And we talked about like the characters that were being revealed. Like the last time that I actually talked about 4 before getting into it was when Robin was revealed, and I had no idea who he was. Like I'm just they reveal it. I'm just like, hey, it's Robin. I don't know who you are.
I didn't actually know what Fire Emblem was until I played a game recently.
Yeah, I think like most of us except for
My first Fire Emblem
Okay.
game was 7.
So, funny story. I have like the rarest Fire Emblem game, Path of Radiance for the GameCube. I don't know why I have it. All I know is I borrowed it from my cousin, but it might not have been my cousin's.
yeah, wasn't it his
It might have been in Landlord's, or somehow he got Path of Radiance, but I just have like the rarest Fire Emblem game. It doesn't work on my Wii though because like it will say close disk case. I'm playing on a Wii. You can't close the Wii disk case.
That's really funny, actually. The fact that the Wii has that message programmed in is really funny.
You just thought about it for a second.
Took me a second. I was like, wait, does it not have a disc case?
You thought it meant like the actual case.
I did.
closed disc case.
Okay, you have to cover the little part.
Does it
where
know?
it
Does it
covers-
have like a motion detector?
Yeah.
It's helping you
It's
be
got
more
sensors
organized.
inside the case
Is it
that
the-
communicate with the
Yeah,
disc.
and I can't play on my GameCube because the memory card has no more space left. So I have it and I can't play it.
It's time to make some room.
Time to delete the Lego Star Wars file.
The Lego
Okay,
Star
that's
Wars
on my
Launch
Wii, so
Droid?
it's not on my GameCube.
The only actual like real Fire Emblem game I've played was Roy's game.
Heroes.
You mean the one
Heroes
you-
doesn't count because it's a multiplayer
You
game.
mean the one you modded a beard onto him for?
Well, look, I didn't mod. Look, okay, I started playing Binding Blade. But I found a Let's Play. I found a Let's Play where they modify the game so that Roy is like 20 times better than he usually is because he's awful at his own game. They make a lot of the other characters. He's awful in literally every single game he's in, but that's after this.
Thank you.
They mod it so that all of the bad characters are like 20 times better. They're actually usable now. Roy grows like as he goes through the game, he grows his beard out. At like the end of the game, he's got like a full-on wizard beard. His friend, one of his allies, when he promotes, his sprite changes to that of Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. There's somebody whose name is like Fear, and in the normal game she's just some random girl, but in the mod, she's a tree, like a fir tree. And it changes stuff like that. I wanted to go through and like do a dialogue mod and just change everything, but I still have yet to do that. So that's my experience with Fire Emblem. I'm probably not going to play any of the other games.
I just remembered. I did get caught by one trick about like unlocking a character in a game. It was some Sonic game. I can't remember what it was, but it was like beat this in a certain amount of time to unlock this one character, and I tried over and over again.
Did you get it?
No.
Was it Sonic R?
It was either, I think it happened multiple times, but it was Sonic. Well, yeah, a Sonic Rush.
Oh my gosh.
Going back on the
Sonic
topic
Rush.
of Roy, I don't know if you know this, Peter, but not only is Roy awful in like every Smash game he's in,
I know.
he's awful in every single game appearance he's ever had.
That's funny.
Like in his own game, he's like easily the worst unit. He's basically a ball and chain around your leg because you have to keep him alive.
And then in Fire Emblem Heroes, he's like mediocre. He's slightly
He was-
better now.
He was like one of the worst sword users in that game, but they just made him better.
Dude, what do you mean? He's so good in 4.
Yeah, he's our boy.
Roy is our boy. That's like his one redeeming factor. That's the factor that it doesn't matter what else he has. He's still our boy. I mean, Komori Kiri used him to beat Captain Zack. That's something.
All right, he's a trash character. I don't care what anyone says.
Trash character.
Okay, my opinion has improved. I used to think he was this like second worst character in the game, but like
Who's the worst?
Jigglypuff.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah,
Uh,
comparable.
You just, oh my god, up air stringing a Jigglypuff at 9% is probably just my favorite moment in that game ever.
Jigglypuff is the only character that can die through Little Mac at 0%.
with,
She hasn't gotten any
wait,
like.
with like KO
KO
punch?
punch, yeah.
And what's like KO punch?
Down tilt KO punch just kills Jigglypuff.
Oh, you mean like just from the combo? Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean like, I don't know. Jigglypuff is just so.
Or no,
fun.
Max Rage also just kills at 0%.
That too.
Jeez.
Stupid little ball puff.
It's like also she
Stupid
hasn't
little
gotten any
marshmallow.
updates in
Yeah,
the
the one
game.
character did not get any buffs or nerfs.
Yeah, no buffs. or
Good.
That's
nothing.
depressing.
Good. They just remove all one-hit KO characters, and I'm happy.
So you're saying remove Cloud?
That's fine. I wouldn't complain.
Yeah.
Just make it.
I
Make
don't.
it so
I
you
don't
can,
think Cloud's a one-hit KO. Like, I I get hit by finishing touch. They can't kill me unless I'm at like 60 something.
Yeah.
If I DI correctly. Like,
And even then, once you hit
it's
60,
it's not one hit kill at all.
once you hit 60% or over against Cloud, you know what they're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what to expect.
But with Jigglypuff, it's like, oh, you're at 30%.
That's your death percent.
You're playing against Little Mac, you're at 16%. Down tilt.
No, I wouldn't mind like in 5 if they made Mac better in exchange for making KO Punch. Like,
Not.
Just
Non-existent.
take out KO.
don't take it out because it's like that's like his thing.
I
That's
get like the Mii's KO.
I'm not saying this to be an asshole to you, but I just honestly don't think he's gonna be there.
I think he will. They've released.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh no, it's like what Mikey said, but they replaced it with the Mii's chargeable KO punch.
I know. Over straight lunge, I wouldn't mind. But I mean, then again, that's not how his game works. Like they're trying to make it like the Punch Out Arcade game where you actually have to like you land hits and
Can't
stuff to
charge
build up
limit
the
on his
meter.
own in Final Fantasy. Cloud has to do attacks to get limit. You can't just stand there and charge it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
you're
I
actually
feel like
right.
that's how they should make it with Cloud.
And rest doesn't kill.
Yeah, no,
No,
rest
rest
is-
heals you.
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't mind if they made KO Punch kill at like 40 or 50 in exchange for giving him like probably better recovery.
Alright,
No, that's still broken as hell.
Yeah, because he
that's
can-
insanely broken.
Yeah, because that's
That's
just,
like that's 3 hits and you're at kill percent to something more consistent than KO.
that's too. Like,
and you can
angles
recover
down.
from stage easily. That's so broken.
yeah.
That's by far the best character in any fighting game.
Like what I want from
Unless,
Smash 5
Except Smash.
is
No, better than Meta Knight. Better than Brawl Meta Knight, I think.
It's I just
No, I
don't
mean,
want
just
Smash
Little
5 to
Mac
be
has
really
forward
slow.
throws.
What do you want?
I just don't want Smash 5 to be slow compared to like Smash 4.
There is one.
What do you even mean by that?
Okay, he's talking about like Brawl. There is one thing that
No, he's going 4 slow.
4 is not slow.
compared to 4.
Compared to like Melee, it's slow, but on its own,
That's
it's
because
pretty fast.
Melee is a game that was broken to become competitive.
Now here's the
Yeah.
issue that there might be with Smash 5. So the reason why Brawl is the way it is because it was meant to be played with the Wiimote held sideways. Smash 5 is meant to be played with the Joy-Con held sideways.
Oh.
So just keep that in mind.
Oh no, that's a disturbing thought. I don't want to think about that.
You guys haven't thought about that already?
No.
Wait, but then no, because even with the Joy-Cons, literally when you buy a Switch, it comes with the block you can put both in.
Yeah, but when playing with a friend, if you don't have any other controllers, you have to use the Joy-Con held sideways.
Well, better get some more controllers. Better cough up more cash. For
Okay,
Nintendo.
listen, I already have 2 sets of Joy-Cons and 2 Pro controllers. I'm good.
I have a GameCube controller.
I might,
Yeah,
I
GameCube
might, I
controller.
might drop GameCube for Pro Controller.
Really?
I want the Wii U Pro controller.
Pro Controller is such a good controller.
I've never
Actually,
actually
yeah.
held one.
It's so good.
Want me to go to my car and get it?
No.
I actually hold my Joy-Cons in separate hands, like without the little thing
Oh,
in the
yeah.
middle.
I
Like
just-
I can just lay back and just hold both, and just
Not
You-
have to do this, just do this.
yeah, just do this, and
No.
I'll be like, oh.
Yes,
I
just
just
do
put my arms
this.
on,
That
on
reminds
the
me, if
side.
we ever do Let's Plays,
No
we have to
visuals.
Let's Play Moonbeam.
Oh yeah, we have to play.
I'm probably just gonna say GameCube. Just do the GameCube and chapter thing because it just seems like the easier way.
It's probably my favorite controller ever.
I got so used to the Wii U Pro controller that there's stuff I can do on that controller I can't do on any other controller, just
I've-
because of where the joystick is.
I've thought
on the right
about
side.
switching. I thought about switching over just because it feels easier to like perfect pivoting, and that's pretty important to do. But I couldn't get used to having the because I play with attack on the stick. I couldn't get used to having it like above my buttons.
See, that's the thing I'm used to now. So going to Switch, I have to get used to it being below.
On the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the one hurdle. But if I can get over that, then I would probably just switch straight over to Pro Controller.
Well, Switch Pro controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's an option.
Did they fix the D-pad on those?
No, they haven't yet.
Oh my
But D-pad's
gosh.
just taunt in Smash.
I know, but like for other games, it's
Oh
just
no,
like
no, the Xenoblade Chronicles one is slightly better.
so like you don't input when you press like diagonal.
It's not like perfect, but it's better. That's all I can say.
Oh, recently Steam added support for the Nintendo controller, like actual
And
support.
motion support,
Really,
right?
like
Yeah.
the Switch Pro controller.
Switch Pro
Yeah, they
controller.
added like motion control support to it also.
Yeah.
Like people
Huh.
are playing Portal with it
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
pretty neat.
Why would they do that when they made the Steam controller?
because no one bought the Steam controller.
Yeah, that was a fair
What was
point.
the
Also, everyone was like getting software to make it work on Steam, and it was like, and people were complaining like, why does this not work? It's a very popular, good controller, and they were like, "Oh,
Like people
That sounds
actually
like Gabe.
like the controller and got it without owning a Switch. 'cause
What
it's
did the
just a
Steam
good
controller have compared to every other controller?
Nothing.
Nothing. I saw it and it's like
It's pretty bog
For
standard.
people who didn't hear, Mikey and I said nothing at the same exact time.
you jinx each other.
No, 'cause
Jinx,
they
you owe
loved
me a
it.
friendship.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
not
like-
possible.
like,
Mikey's
I
not
s-
allowed to have
I saw the
friends.
Steam controller and it just looks like there's like just one single button on the right side or something.
No, that's that's the like right stick.
That's the right stick.
That's the right
It's a
stick.
D-pad.
What the fuck?
It's stupid.
Yeah.
That reminds me of this one picture I saw of it
That's
where
so
it's
weird.
like it's like here, try out the Steam controller, and the guy grabs it and then he puts his finger on the D-pad and it's like a portal to Gabe Newell's like nipples or something like that.
Sounds about right.
The Steam controllers were selling so awfully that during the last winter sale on Steam, they were bundling it with Witcher 3. Like, you buy Witcher 3, you get a Steam controller for $5. I thought it
Oh
was pretty
yeah,
cool.
I remember that. There's like you can get Steam controls for like basically free.
I think the best bundle I've ever gotten was when I bought the Diablo 3 expansion. So they were sitting right next to each other on the shelf at GameStop. Diablo 3 was $40. Or alternatively, I could get the Diablo 3 expansion for $30, which came with Diablo 3. No, stop that.
What?
For reference,
Oh, no.
Alex has pulled up
Alex
the
has
photo
pulled up
here.
the Alex
The
has
picture
pulled up
of
the
the
comic
Steam
that we were
controller,
referring to.
jeez.
Gabe Newell.
And
The
so
young Gabe
for
Newell.
literally $10 cheaper, I get both the expansion and the base game.
Pretty
Genius.
good.
Blizzard marketing at its finest.
Absolutely.
The only Blizzard game I actually played is Heroes of the Storm.
Same.
Yeah, dude, I was
Well,
in the
I'm-
technical alpha.
Dude, I love playing Cho'Gath
I was
with my friends.
invited, but I waited till beta to play.
I actually got into it too, and I played like the first week on release, and I was like, "Why am I playing this when I can just play League of Legends instead?" Honestly,
That was the same for me.
But that's how the alpha games are, though.
the one
yeah.
thing-
is like you just go
Hero-
back to your better
oh,
the better
But, like,
games.
To be honest, I think Heroes of the Storm has had some of the most creative, like, champion ideas I've seen in a long time.
Yes, the one thing that made me play Heroes of the Storm was Cho'Gath. Playing with my friend,
Yeah,
that was
Cho'Gath,
amazing.
literally two
Oh,
people
yeah.
controlling one body. One controls where you move and the physical aspect. The other's a caster hidden within the body that can't be targeted.
What
That
the
was
hell?
such a cool
That was actually pretty
concept.
cool then.
However, I hated playing the game because
Because
no
Cho'Gath
one
was
did.
on the other team.
No one did any of the objectives except for me and my friend.
I always did objectives.
It was just like, no, kill the monster camp. They help us. It's like, stop. No, you have to run over here and over there. And everyone's just like charging enemy base. I'm like, no, stop it.
Yeah, it's
That's
more
why-
objective based
Just
than League
deathmatching.
actually.
So one of my favorite characters is always Falstad. He's a Griffin Rider from World of Warcraft. One of the talents you could get level 1 was called Bribe, which is as you kill minions in lane, like typical MOBAs, you get stacks. Once you get 25 stacks, you could recruit one of the camp minions, which just means instantly kill. What you would do is you would get all 50 stacks, fly over all the enemies till you got to their siege camp because it had 2 giants, and then you just paid off both of them and instantly got a siege camp behind the enemy's base.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And level 1, those take a long time to kill.
I think another champion I liked, well, it's not a champion, it's a hero from Dota 2. His name is Invoker, which is really unique because it's basically you combine.
He is one of the first. He's the only playable hero in any MOBA game to have, I think, 12 separate abilities.
12 abilities. You basically combine your 3 abilities together to create a new one, and your ult cast the new one. And it's like people who
He's-
play him really well are like I
He's
guess
one of the
awesome.
highest skill capped heroes in any MOBA. Because just situationally knowing what you have to get and knowing all 12 combinations is ridiculous.
Like a sunbolt.
I remember my MOBA days. I was like, before, like, you know how competitive I am with Smash now?
Yeah.
That's about how competitive I was with League of Legends back, like, around when I graduated high school.
What
And then
season
they
did you
nerfed
play
Cho'Gath.
in?
It was like season 3 to season 5. I was a Cho'Gath main because
who's even more broken now.
Yeah, I'm depressed that I can't get back into the game.
You can.
No, I don't have.
It's League. You just
No,
open it
I'll
up.
go in there with you.
I will also.
I don't even have the
Same.
desktop for it anymore. We moved all our
Mikey, you have
computers
to
over.
play
I
League of
play it
Legends
on
with
my
us.
Mac.
I'm not playing it on my laptop. I'm not stupid of that. But I was a Cho'Gath main for like the entirety of the time that I played League, and from start to finish, it was an experience. Like all it was just eating things.
So real quick, something that that Riot actually added to League of Legends, it's a built-in group chat, like group voice chat.
Finally.
Me and my friends tested it. It is extremely clear.
It's
Real.
good.
They
What?
have actually put work into it. Like,
Is it better than Dota 2's like voice chat?
yes,
Really?
because you can adjust everybody's volume individually. You can mute individual people. You can leave it whenever you want. Rejoin it whenever you want.
This sounds like Discord.
It's
that.
it was we found it to be more clear than Discord.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, Riot does have all that money.
Yeah. It's funny how
good use.
it's funny how a company actually put time and effort into a voice system.
And something amazing came out of it.
No,
Like,
if
I
only-
used to use
Yeah,
Curse.
nobody uses it because we just still use Discord.
No, like before
But-
Discord was popular, I used Curse, and
You
there's
used Skype.
like there's a Curse integration with League, right?
There was one for most MOBAs.
Yeah,
I know
and
Smite had one too.
we used that, and we just talked on Curse, and we just even though we were still in the like across dorms when I was going to university, we just like we didn't bother bringing our rigs to one room. We just played in our own separate rooms, and we just still talked through Curse.
I just remembered like a really funny period when I played League. So I don't know if you guys know who Trick2G is.
yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really into him like once I started
Oh,
college.
no.
Oh, man.
no.
Yeah, so
Oh, no.
my jungle position was Udyr. I went nuts with Udyr. Like, so I actually got the Spirit Guard from a friend who owed me a favor.
I mystery gifted my friend. I got like Black Irie or whatever, it was, or
Ari?
Akali.
Akali?
Like
The assassin one.
yeah, assassin.
ninja?
And then he got mystery gifted Spirit Guard Udyr, and I'm like, really?
That's insane. But I did a favor for a friend, so I ended up getting Spirit Guard and Battlecast Cho'Gath out of it.
That's pretty cool.
I played. I went on rampages with Udyr. Like I followed every single one of Trick's builds, and I would just go crazy through the jungle.
League had some great phases, but they only lasted for like a short period of time.
No,
Like-
they have been very shit phases.
No, you
No,
remember,
I'm
you remember
talking-
Juggernaut?
I'm talking about when Rage Blade and Sage Devourer were a thing.
Oh, I remember that.
No.
Okay,
Here's the
I
real
used to do
throw-
a.
no, wait.
Oh, keep going.
Here's the real throwback. It was when Feral Flare existed. This is a very long time ago.
Oh my god.
Feral Flare
I-
Yi.
I
Yeah,
remember-
Master
I
Yi.
was- I remember Feral.
Feral Flare was the item you got
Fuck
from
that
Wriggle's,
shit, dude.
Wriggle's Lantern, right?
Yeah.
Just going into the jungle, not participating for 30 minutes, and coming out.
That was Sage
with,
Devourer when it came out later.
Yeah, basically.
coming out with entirely too many stacks, and just going on a rampage. And then
And they heal everything back up. You, like, there's some Master Yi's who like just heal through all the damage they take. It's just insane.
that brings me to the next point of the tank Yi meta.
Oh yeah,
Where
Titanic
you
Hydra.
would, where you would go Titanic Hydra,
Sage Devourer, right?
Devourer, Rageblade,
So much lifesteal in that build. Oh my gosh.
and then you would just proceed to. I think what I know I saw like Black Cleaver and Randuin sometimes. I've
Jesus.
seen Death Dance.
I've seen just Blade the Ruin King.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah,
Bork.
Bork. Yeah, Bork's always in a build with Yi, but just you would not kill him.
He could kill you.
Yeah.
Doesn't
he would
matter how
just-
much you try.
He would just run laps through your whole team.
Mikey's
One
here
of
just
my
lost.
friends
Never played a MOBA.
who
You know-
had
That's probably
Dude,
for the better.
I was so close downloading Dota 2 on your PC.
Why? I just uninstalled.
Cause I wanted you to play with me one day.
One of
I'll never play
so
MOBA.
one of the I think like one of my favorite builds from like just the entirety of the time I played League was it's between like pre-rework Kassadin and mid Kha'Zix when that was still viable.
80 Kazakhs.
Hey,
Or
that
no,
was
not
not
Kha'Zix,
season
it
3,
was,
that was season 2.
Huh?
That was season 2.
Wasn't it?
I started season
No,
3.
Kassadin
That was,
got
that, was,
reworked.
that was either really early season 3 or like late season
No,
2.
Kassadin got reworked recently, right? Within
Because
a few
Vel'Koz
years.
was released in season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I joined like after Vel'Koz, like
Oh,
right
that's
after.
okay. I actually have a story about Vel'Koz.
I started playing the day Vel'Koz released.
Okay, I have a story about when Vel'Koz got released. So, you know how like there was that whole ARG going on, like they were teasing him, they were teasing the hell out of him, and like he was in I can't remember. I think it was like Creator Victor. It was in like the background of his splash art.
Yeah.
So, I was like totally on board with like the hype train. I was like, okay, so this Vel'Koz character is like totally real. This is actually happening. A friend of mine was just die hard like, no, this is not real. It's all just people speculating things.
No, all of their skin portraits have been designed for that reason.
Yeah, but
Most
he
of
wouldn't.
them have hinted towards future skins.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have it. So we made a bet where if Vel'Koz was real, he would buy me the champion and the skin. And if he wasn't real, I would buy him. I can't even remember the skin. I think it was like the pink Tarek.
The pink target
the
is the
best
best.
Tarek.
Yeah, the best
So,
one.
Only a good one.
Gems.
Over the course of the time, like they had like all the videos where it's like Vel'Koz would just appear in the video midway. Like Trick had a video where he was just doing jungle stuff, and then out of nowhere, Vel'Koz like exploded onto the screen. So I kept showing him the stuff. He's like, nope, it's totally not real. Then one day in history, we were watching a movie, but the teacher wasn't paying attention, so I was just flipping through. I was flipping through like just league news, and the first thing I see on the Reddit is Vel'Koz announced. I look up. I look over to my friend Jacob, who I made the bet with. He's sitting across. Just like I hold my phone up and show it to him, and he just looks. He's like, he just shakes his head. So eventually, I ended up getting. I did get a Vel'Koz and the skin out of it. And that was pretty good.
I played for a long time. I played from Vel'Koz release all the way till they reworked Rengar. When I say rework, I mean like change his Q to the AoE thing.
Yeah.
I think they changed it back now.
Yeah, they changed it back.
But
Wait,
yeah.
they changed it back.
What's his Q again?
His Q, what it was,
Wait, they changed it
it
back.
was an auto attack enhance,
Yeah.
which meant just reset and more damage.
Yeah.
They changed it to an AoE
Like
cleave.
little lunge, right?
Yeah, so basically if you held the cursor further away from him than the range, it would do an initial swipe in front of you, and then a lunge that would pull him slightly forward. And if you didn't move it out of range, it would just do the
And you could
it would
use
just do the stab
You
forward.
could use his stacks to do it like 3 times in a row, and it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
But wait, they changed it back.
Yeah, I think they repatched him to.
They did
Yeah.
they did that with Kog'Maw when Kog'Maw could go up to like 5 attacks.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
the
Well,
Machine gun Kog'Maw.
needed to be changed.
Okay,
yeah,
listen. State of Devourer, Rageblade Kog'Maw was like.
Oh
That
god,
needed
that's
to
Dude,
be-
terrible. You
at the
don't wanna
same
do
time my
that.
friend did that, I got
That was-
Lulu, so we were Lulu
Yes,
and
I
Kog'Maw
know.
bot
Yeah,
lane.
that's what everybody did. That's almost as bad as Rune Glaive Smite Ezreal.
I never got the chance to do that, and I'm so upset. I
Oh,
played
don't be
Ezreal like
upset. It
right
was so
after
Smite
that
Hecker
thing.
in top.
Oh,
That
I
half-
remember
yeah,
that.
that
was
was
so
thing, too.
much
Oh yeah,
fun.
yeah. That's when
Okay, I just remember. I remember my favorite build. It was Machine Gun Urgot in Earth mode, pre-rework, where I would just
With
sit
the
there and
homing
just
Q.
you would always have the shield up. You would always have everybody like you would always have the lock on.
Oh, Earth mode custom with all Nidalees was really fun.
Oh man.
Probably my favorite like moment in Earth was like the first Earth I was a part of was like I had Lissandra. Lissandra was like my character. I had Blade Queen because I had like a $10 Subway gift card, and
The only thing Subway gift cards are good for.
yeah, that was
Right,
just my
points.
thing. And my friend, I convinced him to get Azir when Azir first came out. You know, the character that was bugged for like a week.
Earth or Zero.
Yeah.
So it was me and him would double lane as Lissandra and Azir and just push tower as much as we could. Because if you don't know, Azir can just target towers directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that time. That was,
Instead of
that
summoning
was
soldier, right?
Yeah. And that in Earth, we had the lane just pushed completely by like 5 minutes.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, you know, I like for the year upcoming to Rengar's rework of this queue, that's when I was like starting to get sick of League, and I like only played Rengar. I was like, if my friends were playing, they like asked me to play, and I'd be like, "Do you guys have a jungler?" And they'll be like, "Yeah," and I'll be like, "All right, I don't want to play." And then they'd be like, "Wow, dude, you're so lame." Like some of them actually got mad at me, and I was like, "Dude, I don't enjoy League. Like I only play for Rengar." And then they
Yeah,
reworked Rengar, and I uninstalled the game.
Like I stopped playing League because I didn't have fun playing it.
Yeah,
I
it's
only
really
had fun when playing with one of my friends because we would just do stupid stuff together.
Like, all my friends are too
My
good
friend
for me.
played AP Rengar because you know his little explosion thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and he learned how to triple cast it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I actually have. I'm pretty sure I've told some of you here, but I actually have a story like that. It's a story of like how I ended up quitting League.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think you told me
nerfed,
before.
They nerfed your character.
No.
support-
So
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
I have another
I was
story.
climbing through silver. I had like a 70% win rate. I was like 99 LP, and I was about to go into promotions. It was either for like silver 2 or silver 1. The game that I got into at 99 LP, we had support Katarina.
This is
The entire time we're sitting there like, no, please don't. This was like,
keep in mind if you know about League, this is a pre-rework Katarina.
this was like circa, I think like end of season 4, maybe start of
Which
season
is-
A
5.
good character, but
Which
not
is-
a support.
No, she's
No. It's impressive that they were bad because it was pre-rework Katarina who was completely
Oh yeah, no, she was a
illegal
busted
damage.
character, but the guy playing her was awful. Yes, Alex.
Oh no, I have a story after you're done.
Oh yeah. We begged and pleaded with the guy in the lobby, like, please just play a regular support. Like this is serious. We got LP on the line. Serious because we cared about the LP, but he didn't listen. He played support Katarina. He did completely awful. Ended up costing me that game.
You should have just dodged.
No, because I would have lost. I didn't want to do it because I would have lost the LP. I should have dodged honestly because from that point forward, my win rate dropped to like 20%. I ended up going down to like silver 5, and then the next season I was just perma tilted because I ended up being in bronze 1. And that's the point where I just quit League. Just, like,
Some of my two favorite characters are Nami and Karma.
Mm.
Just because Nami's heal is just so ridiculous early, and then Karma is just the master baiter because you get down to low health. No, you get down to low health, and then you ult the tether, and you heal for a combined 40% of your health as somebody tries to dive you.
Okay, so a couple League stories. One about Katarina. Wow, there's like no one here. There's like one person back there.
yeah, wow, there were a lot of people here. No, they're not.
Okay, so there was so I was playing ranked. I don't really when I played League I didn't play ranked. I got to bronze. I like did ranked, got bronze 3, stayed at bronze 3 because I didn't care anymore. But my friend and I were playing ranked, and we were telling how did ban work? Only the first person banned it.
Yep.
And-
Only first person ban. You had 3 bans.
Yeah, so we were telling this first guy to like ban Katarina, you know, because Katarina's broken. And he's like, no, I'm mid. I can handle Katarina perfectly fine.
Oh no.
And we're like, no, ban Katarina. Like all 4 other people like telling him to ban Katarina. He's like, no, the guy's not even gonna. No one's even gonna play Katarina on their team. So you know, match starts. We see the name of the other members of the enemy team. One of them is playing Katarina. Their name, I main Katarina,
Yeah.
or I only play Kat, or something like that. And then that guy loses us the game.
Yeah, because Fed any point in time,
Any
Katarina.
assassin.
No, just Katarina
I played Kali a lot, and that was fun.
was just
That was
unstoppable.
Then-
Because that time, Katarina could QEW your entire health bar without having to ult.
But I used to
And then
play a
every
lot
time
of
she got a
support.
kill,
And then every time she got a kill, it reset.
so she could just do it again, and then
Yeah.
again, and then again.
So I played a lot of support Luxlow, and so many ADCs upset because the enemy's running away, and I ult and snipe them, get the kill, and they're like, I'm the ADC, I should get the kill, and I'm like, they were all the way over there, or you were recalled, and I killed them. So
Just
don't
like-
complain.
Boy, you are a Tristana. How are you planning to kill them under tower?
They'll jump under tower.
Oh, I know they will.
I hate it. It's like, no, stay back here with your support. I'm the only thing keeping you alive.
That's why I only play. I don't know how this happened. Well, first of all, my aunt Leisha, not real aunt, but she's really good friends with my mom, works for Riot. And so, 2 years ago, she gave me and my sister 5,000 RP each
Holy shit.
for Christmas. And so, what do? Elementalist Lux. Immediately. Like the package one though. I go this last year, because this last year they put like the stats out for you, and like what your highest win percentage was with certain champions, what your highest win percentage was overall. I checked, I somehow wound up with an 85% win rate with Lux. And I was like, wow, people really don't like this champion.
There was a point where I was playing Lux and I could one-shot any member of the enemy team by just Q ult.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you throw out the E too, just
Well, yeah.
for the BM.
Yeah, and then if they survive, you just pop that E. And boom.
No, you throw out the Q. If they get hit, you throw out the E. Then you just time the E to go off at the same time as the ult firing.
It's one of my favorite characters to play as.
So drifting a little bit from League.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm
Um,
chewing on this.
Anybody have like special plans for the summer? Because I mean, I know I do, but
I have a job.
Burning in hell.
okay. So we've got Burning
Literally,
in Hell
right?
from Brandon. That's where
Because you're in Arizona.
he's
Yeah.
moving to Hell.
Oh my god, the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you're
gonna have an air
God.
conditioning.
My
unit.
poor puppy girl. She's so fluffy.
Oh, I can't.
She's gonna have to wear shoes.
Oh my
I
god.
can't handle
She's
the
gonna wear
heat.
doggo shoes.
If you can't handle the heat, get out of the
She's
kitchen.
gonna become an indoor doggo.
I'm not in the kitchen.
Good.
Good.
Not in the kitchen.
Well, if you can't take the heat, you die.
Feel the heat.
What'd she say?
Mikey, you're going to like Minnesota.
I'm going to
right?
Minnesota to visit my relatives.
That's just like 2 weeks though, right?
What?
Yeah, you said 2 weeks though, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks over the 4th of July, and then a week before, and then a week after.
Alright.
And Alex has work. Peter, are you doing anything special over the summer?
No, just working a little bit.
Same thing. Israel, you too?
Yeah, just working. I'm not taking summer school. I learned my lesson.
Oh yeah, I'm taking summer school.
No,
I'm-
don't do it.
I'm gonna just figure out the lay of the land in Phoenix. And before I leave there, I'm gonna sell like 10 cards and make a big profit. Just because about a month, I want to say? No, like 3 weeks ago, I bought a Switch. But at the same time, that was the week before I resigned from my work. But that same week, I got hit with real bad allergies that put me out of commission for like 3 to 4 days, 2 of which were like big work days. So I got like close to no money back from my purchase, like I
Oh,
was planning
no.
to. So now I've just gotta sell some cards. They're one-ofs, but they're really expensive, so it's at least worth that.
$100.
Yeah, $100 for about 14 cards is a deal I'm working on right now, and then I have 2 others that I could sell for a combined like 90 combined. So I hate how much cards cost. Each
It's
of
just
those I
supply and
got.
demand.
Each of those I got for really good deals though. I got them for close to nothing. Like I got
Yeah.
there's a card called Electromite. It's
Oh,
a very
yeah.
good card.
Heavy metaphors.
It's currently at $40 because people are afraid it's gonna get banned. But at the time when it came out, it was an $70 card that I got for $20.
Damn.
Another card called Ash Blossom. It was worth about $60. It's going for $50 now. I got for a combined of about $15. It's just cards are just worth way too much money. So
Stupid.
I'm happy now though because I'm able to make profit off of them and get some real money in return.
I used to actually be not like a big vendor, but I used to actually sell a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards to like the locals. But like that's before I started working, so I would buy packs and stuff. And I don't know how I was able to afford them, but like I just have a lot of cards lying around, and people would say, "Oh, you got this card?" Because it's like this random card just synergizes well with the deck. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I got a lot of those, and I'll just like trade those and like sell cards for like money or other cards I needed.
That's actually because I'm going to. I actually managed to get the money to sign up for Grand Prix Vegas for Magic the Gathering. It's probably going to be like the first and only modern tournament I'm going to be entering this year. So a bunch of friends of mine, we're going to drive out to Vegas and stay in a small, tiny ass little mini condo thing that probably should only fit like 2 people.
Just get an Airbnb.
We would have, but like this place was really cheap, and it's what we can afford.
Alright.
So the last time we went, it was literally like the fires of hell. Like I don't know how people were able to walk around for extended periods of time because you step outside and you burst into flames.
People live there.
Because there's people along the strip in Vegas that literally sell water bottles for like $1 each. They
think
make
that's
a whole ton of profit off that every day.
oh yeah, no, that's got to be like a gold mine.
Oh,
But,
it is. I know, because
when me and my family visited for my sister's gymnastics competition or whatever it was, I have no clue what it was. They got like 3 of them, like every time like we walked past, because they would just drink them.
My brother lives in Vegas, and so I'm used to the heat. But it was like, sure, I was wearing my sweater on the car there, and then it was a bad idea because California is really like cold. So when I get there with my sweater, I was like already sweating, and I'm like, oh gosh, it's just so hot.
Yeah, so I'm going there for the tournament. I'm playing a better deck than I was playing last time. I played control last time, but this time I'm just gonna play burn and just try and kill people by turn 3.
Sounds good. Just
Aggro is always good.
It's like traditional red burn.
Black red.
Okay.
With green.
So it works.
So
Pick a color.
colors are important. Learn the taste the rainbow.
So John,
Yes.
is there any color combinations you use that have a particular name?
I hate you guys so much.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what-
yes, Grixis. What are your colors mean? Blue, black, red. What does it mean?
The joke is that that's my tag when I play Smash, but that's also the colors I use in Magic.
Grix.
No, that's what I played last time when I went to Vegas was Grixis Control.
How was it?
Pretty controlly.
It was awful because there was a deck that popped up that just slaughtered control decks, and that's like all that people played at that GP. That and just a bunch of unwinnable matchups, like just a bunch of combo decks.
That sucks.
So yeah, me and one of the guys I went with my group, we both just got like we had like a four loss winning streak or a 4 loss losing streak, and we're just like, all right, yeah, we're not gonna make it to day 2. There's no point in continuing. And then I ended up backing out of the tournament. I wasted like $70 or $80 in side events because I tried doing like some of the Modern Masters drafts because Modern Masters 3 had come out. You get money from it. But what?
That's the beautiful thing about Blizzard's Hearthstone. No card costs any money.
Yeah, no. So
But all of them cost many money.
they cost plenty dollars.
It's so stupid. It's such an expensive system. Like
Any card game in general.
They tried to like relieve it by like giving you 70 packs for $50 for the pre-purchase.
You should get into competitive Pokemon. That doesn't cost any card money.
No,
Yes,
I'm
it
not gonna
does.
do
Yeah,
that.
it does, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Tapu Leles go for $46.
No, I'm not talking about the card game. I'm talking about the actual game.
No,
Like
we already went over
competitive
Pokemon.
Pokemon card game.
Yeah,
I
There's
have a
like
bunch more trivia though.
No.
so like a staple in every Pokemon deck is like $40 a pop, and
No, I'm
you
talking
need
about
4
like
of
the
them.
actual game. Like
I know,
Pokemon.
but just like in card games in general.
Alright. We've been having a pretty good episode so far. For our first pilot episode, it's been pretty great, guys. You know.
Yeah.
So, we had our hello. Now we say our goodbyes to Brandon.
Yeah.
We will we'll
never
miss you.
We'll never
I
forget.
promise I wasn't gonna cry.
So
I probably won't cry.
something that I'm sure we didn't explain too well is that the way we work is we have 4 main guys and then 2 fillers. Israel here is one of our fillers.
Yeah.
And the way it works is we're gonna try to get like a cool guest on the podcast and like try to do some interview, like get some good information out of them for future episodes. But for now, we're probably gonna have the fillers. You'll get to know us. It was a good episode, guys.
Yeah,
Good job, boys.
Don't
Good
you
job,
know.
boys.
It was good.
Proud of ourselves.
Brandon, thanks for joining us for your first and only one
Table for
for the foreseeable.
It means a lot to us, actually. We're never gonna.
No,
forget
it
you.
means nothing. We're gonna forget about you like immediately.
Have fun in Arizona, dude.
Yeah.
We'll come to visit you maybe, if I
No,
remember.
it's too hot, dude.
It's
What-
too
what
hot.
is
I
it?
honestly,
We just go and
No,
Dude,
no.
we just go at
our
night.
walls are like 3
Table
times
for
as
6
thick.
in hell.
Yeah.
Our walls are like 3 times as thick as the ones here. It's actually the house is actually gonna be fun.
yeah, we just stay indoors. It's not like we
It
go
hasn't-
out anyway.
So
Hasn't melted yet.
All right,
hasn't
all right,
melted.
all right. Let's close this up. It was a good episode. Thanks for
Thanks,
taking a seat at the
everybody.
table, everyone. It was a great trip, and keep it real.
Check, please.
That was the cheesiest fucking ending.